so much you don't even go by it.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tosh.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
If you didn't get to tune in for it, like I didn't, the day we find out just how long the Wisconsin Volleyball NCAA Tournament first round game preview show, pregame programming, actually lasted edition. In the words of the great American orator Jeff Hafley, who in their right mind is disrespecting Micah Parsons? I say LeBradford Smith edition. And the previewing Packers-Bears Sunday Lambeau Field 3:25 kickoff. Set your VCRs edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which is what I use because those jerks at Spotify won't get their act together. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson, after I'm sure an arduous evening as the Badgers sweep Eastern Illinois, is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, and from his undisclosed location, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jason, and I sent you guys a text today. I don't label every weekend, every Packer game. Some Packer games are more important than others, and you know, there's some that need a motif. And there's some that are just, let's go play, let's win, let's put our lunch pail, let's get in the car, and let's go home. This isn't one. What did I text you boys, Jason?
You texted me on the private talk and text line, and we have a few group texts. You're big on alliteration. You're an alliteration,
alliteration
guy.
I like
You're
acronyms
all in on
better.
alliteration.
Acronyms are my favorite, and you know
Sure.
where that all started.
Analogies,
Dale Earnhardt.
acronyms,
No,
alliteration.
Dale Earnhardt.
You're an A guy.
I like all those things, yes, but if I can acronymize, if that's a word, I enjoy doing that. And I appreciate Dale Earnhardt for being a part of that starting process back in 1998. RIP to 3. But what did I text you boys today?
You texted us a 2-word description of what Sunday's game shall be. You are calling it, and you're already making the T-shirts, Springboard Sunday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. It's Springboard Sunday at Lambeau Field. If you're not there, you better be dead or in jail. And if you're in jail, break out. That's from a Simpsons episode.
Wow.
From a Simpsons episode.
Are you a Simpsons guy?
Not really,
Now,
but
when
I
did you
remember
become
that.
a Simpsons?
I
can't
wouldn't say I'm a
imagine you watching
Simpsons
a Simpsons
guy.
show.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't say that, but there's a great scene where they're promoting something and they do that. That's the voice they use.
No, it's where he walks in the back of the hedge. Simpsons are two gifts to me. Where he walks in the restaurant, puts his hat on, walks back out,
Grandpa,
and then when he eases himself back into the great hedge of shrubs.
No,
those
there's
are the
also
two things.
The cake that says "At least you tried," and then Bart drops it in the garbage.
Yeah, that's one.
A chalkboard. He's got the chalkboard where you write whatever. But the two gifts that are in our vernacular is the shrub and the walk out the restaurant as he just walked in.
Shrub.
The Simpsons have created thousands of episodes over multiple decades, and you're
Jesse, what are the
narrowing
most
it down
known
to two
gifts? Yes. Tell me two gifts more popular than those
one
two.
of the longest
from the
running
Simpsons.
TV shows of all time, and you
Don't
just
care.
kinda-
Tell me.
This feels like a good
tell me
opportunity
what is.
for Mark Homer Tauscher to recede into the shrub with this take.
We had a text the other day on the Carbless ESPN Wisconsin Talking text line saying that our trivia contestant sounded like Duff Man, and I thought it was hilarious, but I didn't want to put it up because I didn't think you would get the reference, but it turns out Jason's a big Simpsons guy, and he would have known exactly what the reference was.
Oh, Matt Groening
It's
and
kind
I
of
share a
eerie
birthday.
how much the Simpsons predict correctly, too. Like, they have been on way too many things, so it makes you think about this whole PSYOP and everything else. But that's neither here nor there. Those two gifts are the biggest Simpsons. If you ask the casuals,
this is
the casuals.
This is all my fault. 100% on me. That's the voice that like promoters use for like not the Iola car show necessarily, but certainly like when a monster truck thing comes to the local arena. They're mimicking that voice in that
Let me
scene.
tell you something. You'd be the last cat on earth that'd go to a tractor pull.
We
or
did.
a monster truck.
We went to it. Yeah, we went to
way.
one at the Resch
There
Center.
is
Yeah, we
no-
You did not.
You didn't
It was
like
a
it.
monster
And it was
You didn't
truck.
like it.
No, I didn't. No doubt. And it was so loud.
Okay, yeah, that is like the
that
last thing you'd ever do. Other than
Well, it
maybe
should
get a
have been.
chainsaw and go start logging.
It was a mistake. Maddie,
Okay.
who I think was 6 at the time, ran like Forrest Gump out of her seat, down the stairs, and out of the arena with Paula and I chasing her, and I'm carrying Sydney because the noise was so loud. And so that was we have not been back to a monster truck jam ever since. But if that's your jam, good on you. Again, we are way, way, way off base here. Tausch has come up with a name for Packers Bears, and we are now discussing Simpson gifts. So let's get back to where we were for Springboard Sunday.
Okay, I will, but I want both of you to acknowledge that in the internet world, the gifts related with The Simpsons, which, as Jesse has pointed out, the show's been on air for 30-some years. Those are your two main go-to gifts from The Simpsons.
I love you like a brother. I do. Your myopic worldview on certain things, like
myopic?
The ridiculousness
I don't think
yesterday
you know what that word means.
Of wanting very narrow-focused.
He's a word
the fact that the idea that you thought it was a good idea that Wisconsin should have played first at 4:30 because it fit your schedule better.
No, it's not.
Was
I didn't care. I was going to watch. No, don't look. It wasn't for me. It was for our casual fans. Go ahead. You can.
If you
I
have
took
a
lot of heat
normal
for that.
job, not like ours, but like a normal, like not working 9 to 5, a 4:30 tip is not good for you if you're a casual. You're still at work.
It
Then
didn't
you got
start
to
at-
commute
it
home
didn't
on the
start
belt
at-
line.
It didn't start at 4:30.
What time
Jesse, what time did that UNC game start?
4:30.
It did start.
You
at
don't say.
4:30.
Can we please?
Yeah, I would
can we
disagree with that
please?
too.
Can we
I would
please?
disagree with that too. I would disagree
So
with
you
that.
basically took issue with the entire setup of the first round matchups at
It
the
ain't
field.
even on TV. They streamed it. It wasn't on like the big ESPN or
Plus.
Fox. It was on ESPN Plus. So, yeah, I don't want to relitigate the volleyball cable guy matchup. I'm not doing that today. I was right. You guys feel like you were right.
Myopic.
We all understand money makes the world go round. Tickets are in the barn, man. The hay was sold. So it was, but I don't want to go down
hay
that.
was
Jesse, I do want to
sold?
find out. I want to find out from our fans if there are any Simpson gifts more popular than those two. I'm intrigued. Now, getting back to thank you, Jason, for finally. Usually, I'm the one that gets us off course. I didn't realize you were such a trucker, an off-road trucker. Next thing you know, you're going to say you're ice road trucking while you're lumberjacking. Everything nobody thinks of you as. Everybody thinks of you as a soft sports writer that doesn't leave your basement. Next thing you know, you're logging and you're monster truck rallying. I don't know what the hell's going on here today.
Which Simpsons character do you most identify with? Because I think I'm Chief Wiggum.
That's actually really good. If you could stop distracting. Springboard Sunday!
Jesse, what? Before I get into
Oh my
Springboard
God!
Sunday, what would be the last recreational thing you would think the Wilde family would go to besides a monster truck rally?
Tractor pull is really good.
Yes, it is. No way would he go a tractor pull.
WWE.
Meat raffle. I don't think they would go to a meat raffle.
He would not do a meat raffle.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of vegans in that house. Yep.
Not all of us.
Like a strongman competition. Pretty much
Yeah, you wouldn't like that
anything they would have at those outdoor games in Hayward. The Wildies would be pretty far
That's
from.
exactly what I was thinking.
they
The
would
log roll.
far away from the
And actually,
lumberjack
there's some
games.
things that I would bet that there's some things I bet Jason's kids would be really good at, like spinning on those logs when you're running on the water.
Shanna Verstegen, who's one
I
of the
think that would
all-time
be
ghosts
interesting.
of that.
Magnus Vermagnuson, one of the all-time goats.
I'm not familiar.
All right, if I may.
Is he? That's the strongman thing where they're like sawing stuff, right? He's not log rolling, staying balanced in the water on the log. Magnus.
No, he's lifting
Von
like
Magnuson.
kilos of rocks,
Pulling
and he'd
a
lift
truck.
them and put them on platforms. Yeah, that was when the strongman was really the
When
strongman
men were men.
competition. Not
Yeah.
yes.
I can't picture Jason at a NASCAR race. Like the Daytona
No,
500.
no.
I have covered NASCAR races. I'm not going to stand for this disrespect.
What?
Busch Series,
Yeah, Matt
whatever the
Kenseth,
Truck
probably.
Series was. Yeah, I've covered them all. Been there, done that.
Oh, by the way, I'm getting to Talladega this year. That was one thing. So I got 3 things.
What?
Gonna get to Oklahoma, gonna get to West Virginia, and I'm going to a NASCAR race this year. So that's 3 things on my 26 checklist.
Is Talladega?
Those things are all on it.
Is that a Sunday race so they could call it Springboard Sunday?
Maybe. God, thank you for finally letting me be. So for all the YouTube chatters that I can't correspond with for whatever reason, I'm sure you want us to. And I literally came and said, yeah, we got a little off skew yesterday with the volleyball talk and the cable guy and all that stuff. So I was all focused, and I sent you a very focused text. And shame on you, Jason, for not letting us get there. So I hope the YouTubers let you hear it for not being disciplined today. Springboard Sunday. This just feels like the Green Bay Packers are sitting there, and you're ready to take that big jump. You're ready to get those springs if you're a little heavier or you're on a diving board. You get that big jump, and you take the leap, and it's then you're coasting in. Sunday is that springboard. I thought, is this for the division? Is this for you go out and you're springboarding ahead of the Chicago Bears, and you're not going to look back. The Lions had a good win last night. Kudos to them. They lost their safety to an Achilles. If they can dig, they'll be a 7 seed, and I think it's going to be tough sledding for them. It's not their year. The Bears are going to make the playoffs, but they're not going to be the North champs, and Sunday is going to be the start of that. I just feel like everything is kind of leading up to Springboard Sunday, where the Green Bay Packers, who have treaded water, they've enjoyed a couple of Mai Tais in the pool, they've enjoyed themselves, they've had some slips where they've slipped in the pool and people had to drag them back out. Now is the week. This is the start. This is the springboard to potentially the 1 seed, but for certain to the NFC North crown. Springboard Sunday is going to be that catalyst to do it, and it's going to happen in the cold. So that's the ironic part. You got to make sure you get out there far enough where the water's warm so you're not going to jump into a block of ice. Springboard Sunday. Springboard Sunday.
You've got to make sure you get far enough into the water where it's warm so you don't jump into a block of ice.
You don't want to be in the ice.
Okay. You had me all the way up until that part of it. You lost me.
I was just trying to add. I was trying to add a little mixer at the end. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes
We're not
it
all
works.
perfect like you.
Sometimes
We're not all
doesn't.
perfect like
that's
you.
true. I know it's got to be frustrating to work with me. I understand.
Oh, it is. You're right. You are right about that, my friend.
Especially after 11:15.
certainly is.
But you, on the other hand, a peach. Just a total walk in the park.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you.
While the landing of the Springboard Sunday analogy may not have been ideal.
Not really an analogy, more of a story. I think it was more of a story. I think it's been the story of the season.
You likened the game to a springboard with extra springs for fat guys on the springboard. If that's not an analogy,
Fat guy, put that down, Jesse. Fat guy joke. Put that down. Try to get that awful announcing record up a little bit.
There's tons of them from you. There are also tons of you telling us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And it might be hard to find a good bargain during the shopping season, but Pella wants to make everybody's holiday a little brighter and clearer through beautiful new windows, and you can ensure your home remains comfortable. It's been cold, no doubt about it, before all that brutal post-holiday winter. Santa's magical. His elves, they are not qualified to build Pella windows and doors. That's why you need Pella's elves. They install year-round. They can handle all of the complicated and the easy part of the installation from Pella. But hurry up, the deal ends on December 31st, and that deal, 0 interest for up to 24 months. Hurry up again, head over to PellaWI.com for schedule your free consultation today. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details.
We will discuss in further detail Springboard Sunday. Sunday. As we roll on Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Check out the full schedule at WMLW.com. Our next game is against the Sixers tonight at 6:30 on WMLW.
Sendix is making gift-giving easy this holiday. Sendix Home is offering 20% off a different item each day. This week, get 20% off clothing accessories Monday, 20% off home decor on Tuesday, a new deal every day through Sunday, December 7th. Go to Sendix.com to see the daily deals. Find something special for a loved one, or treat yourself. After all, you deserve it. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' taste. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
In football, what does every great team start with?
A strong defense. Same's true in business.
Defense against what?
Cyber threats. That's why companies use Trend Micro.
What do they actually protect?
Your network, your data, your people, from ransomware, phishing, and more.
So it's not just antivirus?
Not at all. Trend Micro has a full defensive playbook trusted worldwide for over 35 years.
Sounds like the kind of defense every business needs.
Exactly. Don't get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
There's no better place to shop for the sports fan in your life than Brewtown Trading Co. Milwaukee. Not only do they have the largest selection of sports cards in the Midwest, they have the best prices too. Framed jerseys ready for the man cave? Check. Sealed hobby and blaster boxes of the hottest releases? Check. One-of-a-kind items you won't find anywhere else? Triple check. Open 7 days a week at 4285 South 76th Street and 24 hours a day at BrewtownTrading.com. Make this holiday extra special for the sports fan in your life today at Brewtown Trading Co.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Get into this, what I would argue nonsense, but if it's what Micah Parsons needs, I am not here to judge him at all. I was thinking of Michael Jordan and LeBradford Smith as I listened to this, but we'll get into the idea that Micah Parsons has been disrespected a little bit later in the program, because 100% my fault. All my fault.
What is?
All my fault. It's not anyone's fault but mine. I derailed.
Accountability. I love it when you're accountable.
That's me. Truman. I derailed Springboard Sunday with my obscure Simpsons reference. And so I want to get back to this because I think, as much as it pains me to say.
Yeah, right there.
So,
yeah, what are you doing?
So, Paul, we got new flooring.
Here we go again
for our basement.
Oh boy!
And Paula was underneath the air hockey table, putting some down. And apparently, she lacks the awareness to know that she is underneath the air hockey table, and got up and bonked her head, which is not funny. It's not funny at all.
Why are you laughing?
Because she's laying on the floor laughing at herself. So I'm laughing with her, not at her.
Because she's unconscious under the air hockey.
I'll be
nothing funnier than that.
I'll be back in a minute. I have to call 911. No, so
good one.
And again, I don't know.
Just wait. Is this a new hobby of hers? Is just becoming a flooring installer? I know you guys are all looking for new hobbies. She's now like a puzzle-making floor.
That's exactly what it is. It's the puzzle style.
Where you hammer it down. Or you have to pound it in?
It's a foam style. So it's literally a puzzle. They fit together.
That's a fun deal.
We're hosting the team gymnastics holiday party, so we're trying to get the house ready for that. You all right over there? Okay, she's okay. She's conscious. We're good.
You're putting in new flooring for a party?
Well, no.
Yeah, that's what
we had wanted to do it anyway, and the way the Wilde family tends to work is, especially someone who's spent his entire life thinking about deadlines, is we're better when we have a deadline. So we've been putting this off, and now we're doing it because the party's coming up.
So is this like an actual puzzle, or is this because it would actually be great if you had a gymnastics floor where you're putting it together and it's up. Well, there's the arm. That's the bars. Oh, here's the pommel horse. Oh, let's make sure we put this piece together so it actually has pictures in the flooring.
No, there's no pictures in the flooring.
That would be fun.
It is a foam flooring that is a wood grain, so it looks like it's wood, but it's actually foam. It's really nice. It's very classy.
Gotcha.
And it was a Black Friday deal. So anyway. Did you ever get the feeling that maybe an idea was just never meant to make it to market? Because I feel like between concussions, Simpsons references. I don't feel like Springboard Sunday.
This is about you. This ain't about me. I just tweeted out about Springboard Sunday, so I'm in on Springboard Sunday.
And I took full ownership.
I didn't anticipate talking about your flooring or your hatred of tractor pulls. Like, I
Hatred
didn't
is the
anticipate
wrong
that.
word.
That wasn't on the show sheet. Well, I'm looking. Show sheet. No, nothing saying on there.
In fairness, I don't see anything on the show sheet about Springboard Sunday either.
Well, Jesse put the show sheet together while he was waiting for UTEP in North Carolina to close up shop because he had an hour and a half to kill waiting for the cable guy last night. That also happened.
If I may, I would just like to give Springboard Sunday a proper respect, because I do think that's exactly what this game is. The Packers' season ends with this game on Sunday. Then they play at Denver. Then they're back with the Bears in Chicago at Soldier Field. Then they've got the Baltimore Ravens, who are going to have a hell of a lot to play for the way the AFC North is playing out.
They're so bad right now, though. They're so bad.
They are, and that'll be at Lambeau. And then they finish up against J.J. McCarthy, theoretically, and the Vikings. I don't know who this was. I think it's one of those kind of fake insider accounts that have cropped up now and tricked a few people. But it said that the Vikings fear that quarterback J.J. McCarthy has cleared the concussion protocol and will be ready to go for Sunday, which I thought was
not very.
I thought it wasn't very nice, but it was. I saw you smiling. You appreciated the humor. But I think your idea.
So Wildy does think concussions are funny.
Don't do that, Jesse. Don't do it.
11:15, not at 9:27.
Twice in one segment.
That's true.
There's a lot of head injuries. Yeah. I do think that this is going to be fascinating to see what, if they win, and I believe they will, what it does for them moving forward, because they're already on a 3-game winning streak after being 5-3-1. This runs that winning streak to 4 if they do win, which I don't think is a gimme by any means. But that you got momentum. You got a coach who's been really good, just like Mike McCarthy before him and Mike Holmgren before him. And I think Mike Sherman as well. Really good in December, especially at home. So they've only got one home game left after Sunday, but I think they're poised to be in a really good spot. But I'll be curious to see if they win and win convincingly in Springboard Sunday. Will Mark Tauscher, who predicted a loss at Denver when the schedule came out in May, stand by that prediction? Or will the Springboard overcome that? That's the question.
The Springboard to me is, are you either going to be, because you could have made the claim that it was Springboard last week too. There's a lot of because you could also say it's a fork in the road. Like, there's 100 different ways to kind of go about doing it. Detroit, if they wanted to win the division, which obviously they did, they needed to springboard out last week. They didn't, and now they're treading water trying to get in the playoffs. That same water that Dan Campbell tried to drag us out into a couple of years ago, he's now treading water, maybe going to make the playoffs as a 6 or 7 seed. I think this game is going to be very similar for the G&G. You're a game and a half back if you end up losing to these boys this week, right? You'd be a game and a half back?
Yes.
With the Bears having a home game against you, it will be very difficult. Not saying we can't, but it'll be very difficult to win the division if we don't win this game Sunday. That's the springboard. And then you're all of a sudden going from, you win this game on Sunday, I believe you're winning the division. You're winning the division, you're going to be a 1 or a 2 seed. That's how I see this shaking out. That's the jump or the spring that is going to be launched on Sunday. And the Packers, I think, are in as good of a spot. They're playing their best ball. Last Thursday was their best game of the year, bar none, from how they approached it, the resiliency, everything about it. And now they have to validate that, but this is one of those, if you find a way to get this done, everything that you've shot for in a regular season is right there, and you're going to have an opportunity to either get that most important 1 seed or, at worst, win the North and end up with a 2 seed.
The Bears' remaining schedule after Sunday is at home against the Browns, at home against the Packers, at San Francisco, and at home against the Lions. Those are their final 4 games. So 3 of their last 4 are at home. But I would argue that is not. The Browns came up and bit the Packers in Week 3, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. But there's some challenges there for them as well. That's why this is accurately described. It's probably a springboard for both teams, not just for the Packers, obviously. What is also not just for Packers fans is Tito's Vodka.
Tito's is for everybody. We all love Tito's, and we got a big game coming up. We got the Marquette. This could be a fun weekend with Tito's, too, now. You got the Marquette Wisconsin game. We got a big tilt hockey-wise on Saturday night, and then obviously the Bears coming up to Lambeau. Oh, baby, it's going to be Bloody Marys. It's going to be cranberry. I don't know, maybe you want to mix it in with a little coffee. It's a little chili, a little hot chocolate. You know what? Tito's makes every drink better. Not only are they about great drinks, they're also giving back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good in communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So next time you're raising a glass, make sure it's Tito's handmade vodka in it, distilled and bottled by 5th generation, and it is crafted to be savored responsibly.
Our green and gold game preview is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Cousin Subs!
Oh, yeah. Kick off December with a win, because this week only, delivery's on us at Cousin's Subs. From lunch breaks to late night cravings, we've got your subs, sides, and shakes covered. Order online or in the Cousin's app, and we'll take care of the delivery fee. It's the easiest decision you'll make all week. Now through December 7th, delivery's on us. Cousin's Subs. We believe in better.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's Christmas40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State F4. 2 big games, 1 electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list and get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home
home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to Welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
God, what's the title of this song? Royalty free number 6?
Free Music 15.
Yeah, that's my jam.
15's a good one.
This music has been great, by the way. I love this music. I think it's great.
I'm hoping it changes the way our stuff is consumed on various platforms. Speaking of consuming, every Friday, heading into a Sunday game, you get to consume our Green and Gold game preview.
Let's take a closer look at this week's matchup. This is the Green and Gold game preview.
Springboard Sunday, some are calling it. NFC North
Has it caught on
game.
yet?
No. The Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Storylines abundant with a 3:25 kickoff at Lambeau Field. Tausch, of all the storylines, what's the biggest one heading into Sunday's game?
The North on the line. There's like 100 storylines. This is why it's so fun to have this rivalry kind of re-engaged. But my favorite storyline I thought was going to kind of fizzle out, and then I heard Adam Stenovich yesterday. And he kind of threw a little bit more gas on that LaFleur, Ben Johnson fire with we'll see. How did he phrase it, Jason? About whether or not that we'll see. What did he say?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
At the press conference?
Yeah. So I had a one-on-one.
Oh, you're at the tractor pull.
No.
Up in Pestigo.
No, okay. I had a one-on-one with Jeff Hafley, and the only time that he could do it was during Steno's. So we're in this little green room that is off the media auditorium, and Steno gets done, and I think he only talked for like 6 minutes. And he walks in and he sees me sitting there talking to Hafley. And as you well know, I have a long and distinguished history of offensive linemen giving me grief. And he just was all over me. What the hell is this? Well, I said, this is the only time Wallers could make him available. He's like, so you skipped my press conference to talk to him? It was great. Yeah. It was really fun.
You chose Hafley over Stenovich, which I think we all would.
That was probably the right
I texted Steno afterward with a sincere apology, and I said, you should look on the bright side. You didn't have to endure any of my long questions. And he said, yes, next week. I can't wait to regret asking you why you didn't come and wishing you hadn't come to that one. So we're all good, but I missed his dousing the flames.
There's a transcription.
Would you like
transcription?
Would you like to see what Adam Stenovich said?
I didn't realize this is absurd to me, but Jesse, what did Adam Stenovich say yesterday?
Well, why doesn't Adam Stenovich just tell you?
So I was wondering what you thought as a staff member when Ben Johnson said what he said at the press conference, and if you thought that was any kind of shot at the whole staff.
Yeah, you take it personal, for sure. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
Oh.
That's fun.
I don't mean to be whatever, but the way that was presented to me, that was oversold to me. That does not sound like gasoline.
How is that oversold? Everybody's been downplaying it, and Stenovich basically saying right there, we're going to shove it up their blanks. We can get an opportunity to shove it up their blanks. We're shoving it up their blanks.
I must have missed.
You don't think that's?
I must have missed the rest of the quote. Where is the "we'll shove it up their blanks" part?
You're 30 years in this business, and you can't read through that.
It's not 11:15.
Your job is to tell, as a
Stop
conduit to the fans, is not to just say what they tell you. You have to see through and understand and give us the real story. The real story there is Matt LaFleur obviously has been talking to his offensive staff about it. It is on the radar, and they want to shove it up the Bears' blank. That's what I just took from that. Jesse, am I crazy?
No, if Adam Stenovich, who doesn't have the same filter that everybody else in the building has, says they're taking it personal, then that's usually a little inside scoop that everybody is well aware of what has been said.
That's Wood County honesty right there. WCH. That's what that is.
BKW.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has suggested this week that Matt LaFleur is neither aware nor slightly more motivated by what Ben Johnson said. I don't think anybody has said that that's not something that's on their radar. But I have a hard time imagining that outside of their offensive coaches' meetings, I don't think they're taking this to the players and saying, because I talked to multiple players about this, they're not using it as a rallying cry for them. So if it has intensified their preparation during the week as a staff, great. If Matt LaFleur, I would say you better be a little bit careful if you're going to pull out all the stops and do things you wouldn't normally do because you want to show Ben Johnson that you're the guy when it comes to offensive play calling. That could be a little perilous in my opinion. But I don't think, while I appreciate Steno, who Jesse's 1,000% right, does not have the same filter that other coaches have. Him saying that they take it personal does matter, but I don't think that they are pouring gasoline on the fire. Had he said, we want to shove it up their tookuses, then yes, that would be pouring.
That is what he said without saying it, though. All right, we'll move it along. Jason disagrees with me. I thought it was a peek behind the curtain into what's really happening at Lambeau. Is it going to be the main motivator? No. But if you think
that's all I'm saying, so we don't disagree.
You're downplaying it. I'm saying it got upplayed by that quote. So we do disagree, which is all right.
What did Hafley say? Anything
what Jeff Hafley have to say about Rudy Ford?
Anything about taking that Giants job?
Penn State. Guess what? Penn State.
Yeah.
If I'm Penn State, I'm not going to lie to you. If I'm Penn State, I am all over the horn. But Jeff Hafley got out of that business because it's nuts, and so did the dude from Kansas State. It is a nutty, nutty world. So I don't think that's going to happen. But
Jeff
Penn
Hafley,
State's smart. They get after him.
Jeff Hafley was asked in his press conference as well, which I did attend because my one-on-one with him was after it was over. He was asked by Pete Doherty as well.
One-on-one with Marge, who I love, by the way. Retired Marge.
She is retired. We got her Christmas card last week, though. We love Marge.
Hafley Valley. Am I right?
Not bad.
Yeah, except he's not going back to college football.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't.
No. I don't think too much into it.
$10.5 million. What if they came in and said $10.5 million for you, big half? You got a big old budget to work with, $10.5 million, a big fat budget to work with up there in Hafley Valley.
Hafley Valley.
Introductory press conferences, at times you're trying to win the press conference. At times things come out maybe one way or the other, but I don't look too far into that stuff, honestly. I'll leave that between those two, and we'll figure it out on Sunday. I did think the line, we'll figure it out on Sunday, was like Steno's line, saying something that there is something to it, but it's not the main motivator, upon which you and I agree.
There's some there. That's
no one said there wasn't. I think stopping the run is the key to the game. if you recall the question.
Yeah. Big storyline.
That wasn't the question. No. That wasn't the question. Y'all, don't be making up questions. You said, what's the main storyline?
Don't be making up
keys
questions.
To the game. Well,
Don't
Jesse
be making
asked,
up
what's the storyline? He didn't say anything about keys to the game. So don't try and...
I was just going to give him the benefit of the doubt there and assume that stopping the
Jason
run was the big
tells you words
storyline.
matter, Jesse.
Besides Jordan Love and Micah Parsons, meanwhile, here in our Green and Gold game preview, which player will most impact
that help sucks.
the amount of success that the Packers have on Sunday? Maybe it comes with stopping the run.
Quay
Tausch?
Walker. I'm going to go two people, Quay Walker and Coop. They've had, I think, a lot of free flow this year with the defensive line being, doing a pretty good job. I think with Devontae being out, no LVN, it's going to be – they have to really decipher and understand what this run game that the Bears do. Because Jason's point, we've said it all week when we have talked Packers and not tractor pulls and everything else. You stop this run game, you're beating the Bears. You stop this run game, you beat the Bears. And our linebackers need to not only react and go and make plays 3-4 yards down the field, they got to shoot gaps. And I think with having Evan Williams in that back end as sure a tackler and what he's been able to do in run support, it does free your linebackers up to maybe be a little more aggressive and not, wait around. You can get in that backfield because the key is get them out of normal down and distance. They're okay early in the game with 2 and 3 yard runs. They're not going to be okay with -2, -3 yard runs because you get Caleb in 3rd and 5+. The Green Bay Packers are going to win this game handily. If you can get that more often than not, you're going to be in a great spot to win this game.
Stopping the run. I'm going to say Warren Brinson and Nazir Stackhouse, the two rookies from Georgia, who will be playing along with Carl Brooks and Colby Wooden as they do try to eat up blocks and allow those two linebackers that Tausch mentioned to flow to get the tackles on the running backs that they need to stop in order to win the game. Next.
I'm going to run out of music here. The Packers move into first place in the NFC North and take down the rival Bears if blank. Fill in the blank, Tausch.
Yeah, stop the run. Jason just said it. All three of his answers for all three of these questions have been stop the run. And if we're being honest about what it's going to take to beat the Chicago Bears this weekend, the storyline, the keys to the game, and then they're going to win, it is stopping the run. Obviously, the Packers' offense is going to have to do its thing, but this team is led by its defense, and especially at Lambeau Field. And now it's December, and it's Springboard Sunday, and it's all of the things. Football, the playoffs start after Thanksgiving, all of the things that we talk about. It is time. And you cannot let anything remotely close to what the Bears did to Philadelphia. That can't even be in the conversation. We need to play downhill. We need to take it to them, which is what Jeff Hafley's defense does. And if that is the case, the Green Bay Packers are winning the game.
I have not answered all three questions yet, and I'm going to answer this question differently despite previous reports. My third answer to my third question will be they can't turn the ball over on offense. Jordan Love has thrown 3 interceptions all season, which I know this violates the key to the game policy on this question or on this preview. But the Bears not only lead the league in takeaways, which Josh Jacobs was talking about how good they are at punching at the football as well, and he said, I don't plan on turning the ball over. But they've intercepted 17 passes. And one of the many reasons why the Packers offense has been efficient and then made some big plays is because they have more plays because they don't turn the ball over. They're one of the best in the league at not turning it over. And Jordan Love had the Strack in Dallas. I think he has one other fumble this season, and he's got 3 picks. If he doesn't turn the ball over, even if the Packers don't stop the run to the degree that they would like to, I think they still win the game. I think it's that simple. Because the Bears' defense, in virtually every other category, stinks.
Not great, Bob. Nope, I agree.
That is our green and gold game preview, such that it was. Tausch is going to tell us about what he and Sarah have going on with American Family Insurance. But first, we need a caller for Wilde and Tausch Trivia, presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock. I can tell you this, it will not be caller 225 after the way that played out yesterday.
No, it will not.
That was quite
Jesse, was that a real pain in the turkey?
No, Jesse, if I may, the problem is he was still continuing to take calls, and we had a glitch with Justin Garcia.
Yeah, but Justin put it on himself. It wasn't Jesse's fault.
I understand, but he needed to be available to try and work through that to resolve it. And he was still on caller 171.
There is a time and place for caller 200 whatever.
Well, that sounds like condescending voice, Jesse.
No.
And it is a day that Jesse is taking
No, I'm saying we can have the fun. We just need to pick and choose when we want to have the fun. We can have ice cream. We just can't have it for every meal. Okay?
Thanks, Dad.
Great Lambeau moments in Packers-Bears history is today's trivia category. Who's picking the caller number?
I was giving you the opportunity to do it. But how great was that, by the way? That was a long, pregnant pause, and Tausch didn't even jump in to fill the void.
That's good.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Brian Branch, just a little breaking news. Brian Branch, done for the year. Torn Achilles, which I know Detroit Lions safety, really good football player. And I know we want to smoke the Lions and all of that, but I never like seeing that. It's unfortunate. Really good football player, and he is now done for the year for the Lions.
Josh Jacobs told a good story about him talking to Brian Branch after the hit on his knee in that game on Thanksgiving, cautioning him. Certainly he didn't like the hit, but Josh Jacobs also cautioning him, look, man, you're a really good football player. You're going to have a long career in this league. You got to be smart about the way you go about things. And he put his helmet right on Josh Jacobs' bad knee. And while Josh was certainly irritated about that, he also talked to him about the danger of doing that and playing that way. That had nothing to do with the torn Achilles, but I thought it was an interesting little insight into the kind of guy Josh Jacobs is.
What number? Josh Jacobs, number 8, right?
Yep. Caller 8 right now. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller 8 plays trivia after Tausch tells us about AmFam.
Indeed, and Sarah and I, we have teamed up again with American Family Insurance to raise funds towards the American Family Children's Hospital through a virtual toy drive. We have until the end of this month. All donations will go towards therapeutic supplies, toys that help thousands of children and families across the country. And the beautiful part about it is, if we can raise $50,000, American Family Insurance will match every dollar donated up to that $50,000 through the end of this year. We're getting close. We're chipping away. Visit amfamkids.org to donate today. We turn that $50,000 into $100,000 like that, all for the kids at the American Family Children's Hospital. Again, that's amfamkids.org.
Caller 8 for trivia. We'll play next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Check out the full schedule at WMLW.com. Our next game is against the Sixers tonight at 6:30 on WMLW.
Diamond stud earrings are the Christmas gift that shines brighter than the tree.
If she already has a pair of natural diamond studs from Kessler's, bring them in and we'll give you 100% of the price you paid.
When you trade them in on a larger pair of diamond stud earrings.
That's been our policy for more than 30 years.
We have diamond studs from $198 up to $40,000.
And we have 0% financing for 18 months with approved credit.
And 0% is a really low interest rate.
Some people say that 0% is the very best interest rate.
Diamond studs always fit perfectly.
They never go out of style.
And you can wear them with anything.
If you want to trade in her old natural diamond studs from Kessler's on some bigger diamond studs from Kessler's,
go ahead and pick up her new ones today.
And you can bring in the old ones after the holidays.
Come to Kessler's.
Bigger is better. And blue diamonds are you diamonds.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you and our holiday hours, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta restaurants. Purchase a gift card at Bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Getting you ready for Packers-Bears on Sunday, 3:25 kick at Lambeau Field. Also remember the next matchup with the Bears at Soldier Field on Saturday, December 20th, has also moved. It is now a primetime 7 o'clock start or 7:20 start at Soldier Field. That's the time of those games. Now it's time on our show for Wilde and Tausch Trivia, presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Let's welcome in our contestants amid complaints that this number wasn't high enough to allow people that are streamers to participate.
We've created a monster.
Maybe next time.
That's on me. That's on me, Jesse. I'm going to hold myself accountable for trying to be inclusive and having more streamers.
You know what? If we're always going to adjust everything to cater to the streamers, which I understand we want to do so, we can also make some adjustments every now and then to cater to the radio audience, too.
Yeah, but fair. There's more to the story, but yes, fair. Paul Harvey.
Let's welcome in Sean in Sun Prairie. Sean, good morning.
Shawnee!
Good morning.
Sean, do you go by Shawnee?
My wife calls me Shawnee sometimes. Sure.
Oh, that's nice.
There we go.
So your wife and Tausch. That's quite a team. All right.
That's good company.
It is. You
There
love
we go.
them both, right? Great Lambeau
I
moments
love
in
you guys.
Great Lambeau moments in Packers Bears history is the category. The first question is this: which current NFL head coach was the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears in Brett Favre's first start against the Bears in October 1992? Was that quarterback turned NFL head coach Jim Harbaugh, Kyle Shanahan, or Andy Big Windy City Reid? A, you got that right. Although Andy Reid had a pretty impressive punt, pass, and kick performance.
A legend,
if I recall.
Yes, he did.
Shawnee, question 2 is this. Prior to Caleb Williams in the final game of the regular season last year, who was the last quarterback? Great job on the phrasing here, Jesse.
Just for you.
Who was the last quarterback to start for the Chicago Bears in a game they won against the Green Bay Packers? Was that quarterback Mike Glennon, Jay Cutler, or Mitchell Trubisky?
I'm going to go with old Mitch Trubisky.
And you would be correct. The only thing I remember about Mike Glennon is when Frank Caliendo, friend of show, goes to the Raiders to visit, and him and Gruden are together, and he has a line about, we need a quarterback with more neck, man. We got ourselves Mike Glennon. Question 3 and a chance for a perfect round, Shawnee, is this. What was the score of the final game of the 2010 regular season in which the Packers defeated the Bears to get into the playoffs and eventually went on to win the Super Bowl, including eliminating the Bears in the NFC Championship game? And if you were listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, we talked about this game briefly, so you would have heard the score this morning.
Was it 10-3?
Shawnee!
Yeah, without even the...
Atta babe, Shawner.
Yeah, without even the option.
Shawner!
Yeah.
Hey, Shawner! Way to go, Shawner. Sean, you have gotten all 3 questions correct. That means you and your lovely wife.
12 for 12 on Wilde and Tausch.
What?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Put him in the bracket.
I should be.
Put him in the bracket.
Yeah, I was going to say, I need bracket entry.
All right.
Jesse, put him in the bracket.
What college football team would you compare yourself to, Sean?
North Texas.
What football team? Current football team, or what? It would have to be the 2011 Packers. 15-1.
Oh, well.
Even better than that.
13-0 until they lost in Kansas City. Does Sean seem trustworthy enough that he's not just like?
Yeah,
I could
he
say
does.
that I'm 12. I've gotten all 12 of my questions right. That doesn't mean it's true.
Well, the great thing is Jesse can go through the archives, and I know he loves doing this.
Yes, he can.
Sean, he can fact check Sean.
He can do that while he's waiting for his pregame show to start when he gets to the Sweet 16 with Badger Volleyball, assuming they
I heard they're going to do
victorious.
they're going to do a preseason game over there on tonight just to warm up the crowd, so that people can. And then it's a half hour after that. They're doing Red Panda is coming in to do a little deal.
No.
What?
I think so.
What was that? What was that?
What do you
Were
mean?
you just riffing there?
I think you tried a little too hard there. Yeah.
Sean, you got 4 entries into the drawing later in the show. We appreciate your loyalty. Thanks, buddy.
All right, thanks. Love you guys. All right, love you guys.
That
We love
is
Sean. I do want our callers now that call in for trivia to give us their stats, because we're not going to do the research. People have to be honest, but I think we need to start compiling a database so we can put this bracket together over March Madness. So
I think we need to get to the 10 o'clock hour, which will start in 2 minutes with the weekend preview. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Service restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
It's a sound you've heard in movies and music for generations. The unmistakable click of a Zippo lighter. Built to last, designed to be noticed. But Zippo is more than a lighter. It's a lifestyle. From sleek new finishes to hand warmers, candles, and accessories, Zippo brings that same legendary quality to everything they make. And now, you don't have to go far to find it. Discover Zippo lighters and more, available now at Sweet Fire Tobacco and Tundra Smoke Shops. Check us out in-store or online at Zippo.com.
The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel, we help you create custom gifts and branded apparel that show true appreciation, whether it's polished polos for your sales team, cozy quarter zips for employees, or thoughtful giveaways for your best clients. We make it easy with fast turnaround, creative options, and Midwest service you can count on. This season, give gifts that build pride and strengthen relationships long after the holidays are over. Visit alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now, and it begins with the weekend preview.
Oh, yeah, big football weekend here.
Do we have to swap out the music for this, too?
Probably. Yeah, I'm just realizing that as I hit play. Yep. So we'll get to that at some point. The weekend preview. Loaded football slate. It starts tonight with college football conference championship games, college football playoff implications, and then a pretty solid NFL slate on Sunday as well. Tonight, number 24 North Texas and number 20 Tulane in the American Athletic Conference championship game. Winner likely in the playoff as a ranked conference champion. It's tonight at 7 o'clock on ABC and the ESPN app. Tomorrow morning, 11th ranked BYU, 4th ranked Texas Tech, Big 12 championship game, 11 a.m. on ABC and the ESPN app. SEC championship game, standalone game in the afternoon, 3 o'clock kick on ABC and the ESPN app. 3rd ranked Georgia, 9th ranked Alabama. And then the Big Ten championship game tomorrow night on Fox at 7 o'clock. Number 2 Indiana and number 1 Ohio State in Indianapolis. That's not all, though. On Sunday, Steelers-Ravens at noon on CBS. This one's interesting. Jason up in northern Wisconsin will get Commanders-Vikings at noon on Fox. Down in Madison and Milwaukee, we're going to get Bengals-Bills. Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, noon Sunday on Fox. And then the Sunday night football game, Texans and Chiefs. Texans have been hot as they go into Arrowhead to take on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's your weekend football slate. Tausch.
That's some good ball, man.
Any ball stand out?
Good ball, man.
OT?
Yeah, that's a fun weekend of ball. I'm intrigued by the volleyball matchup tonight. Jesse, are we going to get through North Carolina? It's going to be a problem?
North Carolina is battle-tested. They have played a bunch of top 25 teams competitively all season in the ACC. They are not to be taken lightly. Kelly Sheffield has never not gone to the Sweet 16 as the head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers volleyball team. So I think it's fair to assume and expect Wisconsin will win, but they cannot take their opponent lightly tonight.
Let me ask you this. If we lose to North Carolina tonight, you're going to be overly critical of the Wisconsin volleyball program for not getting it done. Just fair? Is that a fair assessment on your postgame show?
It would be a disappointment if Wisconsin does not win tonight, yes.
I would agree. Okay, and I think they will. That's obviously to start today. That's what I want to see. What are you shaking your head about there, Grimace?
Grimace!
Yeah. He's got a grimace look on his face, like he's shaking his head. Hey, if you got something to say it, old boy.
You want Jesse Nelson, if they were to lose, the same man who asked about where Badger football was at one point shouted the phrase, Jason, you would like him to be harshly critical on the postgame show if they were to lose to North Carolina.
Let me tell you a little something. I was very critical of our offense almost every broadcast this season. Very critical. So, and I am an employee of at the school. Jesse is not. So there is a little difference. Jesse is a journalist. Just ask him. He tells you all the time. I tell you all the time I'm an analyst. I analyze things. Looking at the weekend, I don't know why you went down that road, Grimacer, but that's the road
I wasn't
going to
say anything until you called me out on it.
You grimaced. Listen, this is a TV show, too. You can't be grimacing and huffing like the big bad wolf and the three little pigs and act like nobody's going to call you on it. This is going to surprise you guys. College football is kind of set. I really want, and I think the Big Ten plan of going 1-2, 3-8, 4-6, 5-7, or whatever that looks like, however they want to break that up, and have elimination games outside of the top two, that needs to happen on Thanksgiving weekend. The calendar needs to move up. Championship weekend has lost its luster. Indiana and Ohio State are both in. Alabama and Georgia are going to be both in. Win, lose, or draw, up, bust. So the only real elimination game is BYU. BYU wins, they're in. Texas Tech is going to be in. That's the really only elimination game.
Duke, Virginia, the ACC game is also Saturday night. That's an interesting
Kinda,
one.
but not really. Kinda, but not really. And let's be honest, the ACC, nobody's winning anything in the ACC. Like, it's over. They stink. Let's just be honest. So, you have all these other games that are intriguing. You mentioned, I put this up. This is the game I'm most intrigued by. Nut whack. This could be the end of the dynasty. The Chiefs are basically eliminated if they lose to the Houston Texans on Sunday. Eliminated. Tommy Brady, everybody trying to say that the Chiefs are like the Patriots. They lose and don't make it with everybody healthy and their starting quarterback, and they don't even make the playoffs. I'm sorry. Good night to that conversation ever. Because dynastic teams don't miss playoffs when people are healthy. They don't. And the Chiefs are there. The Texans can basically punch them in the mouth and knock their teeth out. I'm looking forward to that game the most out of everything else that you just mentioned.
Question for the BKW, ball-knowing weekend guy.
Which one of us?
You can both field it if you like. I am curious if you were Ryan Day or Kurt Signetti. Is that game for a first-round playoff bye? Is that what the...
No, they'll both get it either way.
Yeah. They're playing for the number
both
one
got a bye.
seed.
How would you approach
That's
this
my
game?
point.
Like, what
Indiana
are you supposed to
hadn't
do
beat
here?
Ohio State. Indiana hasn't beaten Ohio State since '88.
Okay, great.
Indiana hadn't won a Big Ten championship. I don't know if they ever have. Maybe. Indiana's all in on doing this. Indiana wants this game, and they're going to have a monster home field advantage.
Yeah.
Tickets are crazy. I think it's $500 to get in. Indiana wants this thing, Jason. Why do they want it? Because all the things I just mentioned. And Cignetti is a lunatic.
Crazy man.
In a good way.
Yeah. I asked Barry Alvarez and Tarek Sala the same question about how would you approach this, and they both essentially laughed at me and said,
"They play to win the game. I get it.
Win. You're playing hard no matter what."
But there are other stakes involved, as opposed to this isn't playing for a berth in the Rose Bowl, and if you lose, you're playing in the Bluebonnet Bowl. You're both in the college.
Hey, this
football.
is what y'all wanted. This is what y'all wanted when you went from 2-4 to now it's going to be 24. So, hey, welcome to irrelevant regular season and championship games.
Yeah,
that's what y'all wanted.
Yeah,
you want the NCAA basketball model. You got it. Love it. Enjoy it.
No.
Suck it in, because this is what you wanted.
No, I don't, because you do.
Oh,
you're right.
This is what you wanted.
This is not what I wanted.
It's 100% what you wanted.
I wanted last year's model.
You're right.
This is what Jason wanted.
Last year, Ohio State and Indiana would be playing for a first-round bye as opposed to having to play in the opening round of the playoff. This year, the rules are different where there isn't as much at stake. I wanted last year's rules to stay the same all the time, but because Boise State got a first-round bye, everybody got irritated.
Well, they shouldn't have had a first-round bye. That's crazy talk. That's crazy. They ended up losing at home, or they ended up losing in their whatever game.
They lost to Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl. It was a decent game.
Average.
We overreacted.
I don't.
We need. By the way, Jason, we need 2 rounds of games at the home stadium. We don't need all this other stuff anymore. You're going to ask guys to coil up their fields and do it. You need to get. You can't ask fans to travel 3 different times. Play home games until the semis, please. This isn't hard. Hey, we need $800K to put coils in your field. Oh, and by the way, now we're going to end up going out and playing in Texas, El Paso. Come on now. Come on now.
Tell us about Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
That's all you got? You got nothing else?
In fairness,
this
he
is what you wanted.
6 times, and you said this is
I
what you wanted
only
every
shut
time.
him down twice, and he pouted like this little grimace. Speak your mind, and I'll get ready to tell you about Hard Rock. Come on.
I'm good.
You're such a baby.
Totally good.
What a baby Jason is. Just like Jesse was a little baby when he was too scared to go play craps with Coach Alvarez down at the Hard Rock Casino Rockford. But he learned. He went, and then his experience became fantastic. He threw dice. You got the slots. Jesse and I are going to cash in on the sports book. Jordan Love with Dak now, bye-bye. Jordan Love elevates another level with a big game this week. He will be 3rd in the MVP hunt. And then if the Rams slip, he'll be 2nd. And all of a sudden, if we get that 1 seed and we springboard up, Jordan Love springboards up on that MVP. And old Tia Gels, we're going to cash in at the Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Now is the time to experience what true high-limit play feels like, surrounded by the rhythm, indulgence, and unmistakable energy of Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Elevate the high-limit room experience. Deliver premium table games tailored for discerning players. Enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer stands on a soft 17. Enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart from other casinos. Again, 60 minutes down the road from the greater Madison area to have all that. The UU Noodle Bar, great food, great entertainment, and, of course, great gaming down at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Scott in the YouTube comments informs us that Indiana shared the Big Ten title with Minnesota in 1967. Rob Demovsky joins us next from ESPN.com. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
There is no doubt about it. December is the month for parties, and whether you're hosting a holiday get-together, attending a party at your kid's school, or having the gang over for the game, you're going to need to plan. And, well, Sendix is your go-to party headquarters. This week, Sendix is featuring whole beef tenderloin for $13.99 a pound. And you know me, I love meat. This is one of my favorite cuts because it is the leanest and most versatile cut you can buy. Roast this baby whole and slice it for sandwiches or cut it into steaks for a little filet mignon. This is the last sale of the year on beef tenderloin, and what makes it even better is you can freeze it and serve it later for your Christmas or New Year's party. And of course, Sendix has delicious mini cupcakes, perfect for the school party, and everything you need for your weekend football party, like gourmet burgers, homemade brats, and pizzas, and a huge selection of wine and spirits. Sendix is your December party headquarters.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered with fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel. Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
Selling your home during winter may surprise you. Serious buyers are still out there and often more eager to move.
Homes get strong offers this time of year, and with less competition, your listing can really shine.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. Our team leads with faith, gratitude, and giving back, donating over $200,000 to local causes since 2020.
Tony Wendorf & Associates is ready to get to work for you with our white glove selling experience. Just search online, Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
We say hello to Rob Demovsky, although we say goodbye to Bruce Springsteen as our royalty-free music initiative continues. Thanks a lot, YouTube. He is the ESPN NFL Nation Packers beat writer. He is Rob Demovsky on Wilde and Tausch. Rob, good morning. How are you?
Good. What is this music-free initiative you got going on?
So we pay as a company and as a radio station a princely sum that allows us to use music like our buddy Matt Carney and your guy Bruce Springsteen. What's your Airborne Toxic Event? That's one of your bands, right?
One of them. One of them.
So we pay for that, but apparently what we pay for that does not carry over to Spotify, or at least they don't think it does, or to YouTube. So we're going to go to some royalty-free music so we can avoid some of those issues, which we're all disappointed by, but we're making it work.
It's interesting because a few years ago I got into trouble with Twitter from just shooting practice, and there's music playing in the background. And that's a rights violation. So I don't know if people really notice that much, but when I shoot video from practice, often I have to mute the sound. So it's a bunch of soundless video. Now, lately it's been great because I've been standing right by the heaters at practice, and those heaters are so loud that you can't hear the music. So at least there's some sound. There is some sound in the video.
And you don't get to hear you and Matt Schneidman and Wes Hodkowitz and Bill Huber yucking it up on the sideline. Hey, speaking of yucking it up, you and Courtney Cronin collaborated on a story about the infamous, to be quite frank with you, I've enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year quote from the introductory press conference with Ben Johnson. I read that this morning. What is your takeaway on this? And Tausch brought up, and we listened to Steno's comment yesterday while I was talking to Halfley. I'm curious what your diagnosis is for just how much it really means to this coaching staff and what motivator it may or may not be.
Yeah, in fact, one of the lines I threw in the story was filed yesterday morning, but after listening to the coaches, one of the lines that I threw in there, I said 11 months later, it doesn't carry much weight in the locker room, but if anything, it got better responses from members of LaFleur's coaching staff because, as I think it was Pete Doherty, definitely when it applies to Halfley, I'm like, Ben Johnson could be talking about Halfley more than anything because it's his offense going against Halfley's defense last year, obviously just those two times. But, look, if this was week one, there would have been more juice from the locker room and maybe more juice overall. It's a small part of this game. I think it's interesting. It would be different if one team, let's say the Bears stunk and, they were, 4-9 or whatever, they were 4-8 or whatever they'd be at this point. Then Ben Johnson might have some questions to answer about, what maybe you should be worried more about, everybody else than just Matt LaFleur, but that's not the case. So, this is a vindictive, grudge-holding business. So don't let anybody fool you. This is in the minds of those guys, not the players. I really don't think the players care. I mean, I asked Love. I said, "Is there any we'll win this one for Matt thing?" And he basically said no.
Yeah, you're not winning one for the Gipper. It's not a win for the Gipper type situation. Who do you think LaFleur dislikes more, Shanahan or Ben Johnson?
I mean, right? Again, it's like Ben Johnson's the new one. Like it's just no different than I remember in our early days of covering the team. Holmgren would get mad at you for writing something, and you'd think it was the end of the world. And he'd call you in or he'd yell at you. And then a week later, he'd call Wilde in and yell at him. So it was like, I'm off the hook now. I kind of think and the Shanahan thing, I think they've made their peace, I think. I mean, it was icy right after Shanahan or John Lynch or whoever tried to call Rodgers and get him to come to San Francisco. But I mean, the first game after that was a pretty icy handshake, if I remember right. Mm-hmm. But I think they're friends. I don't know. I know LaFleur goes on vacation with McVay, and his family. I don't know if Shanahan's go along as well.
Rob,
he tried to steal his. I mean, he tried to steal his quarterback, and then beats him in playoff games. It just was interesting. So Aaron Nagler put something out this week that Jason and I thought was really interesting. And why are guys not Lambeau leaping after touchdowns?
Well, I hadn't even noticed. Maybe that makes me a bad reporter.
You didn't either.
I didn't either.
Yeah. I honestly, Tausch, I don't really care. Like, to be honest, to be perfectly frank with you, I don't know. I don't.
Are you Ben Johnson? To be perfectly frank with you, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, and you know what the great thing, going back to Ben Johnson, I went back and watched it, and I put this in the story. I forgot how he paused, chuckled, kind of stuck his lower jaw out, with I'm going to get a zinger here, and then afterwards he kind of bit the bottom lip. But I don't know, Tausch. Now I'm intrigued now, I guess.
It's weird. It doesn't make. It's not going to move the needle, but I'm curious because it used to be a big deal. Fans love it. Brings a little extra juice to the game, and now it seems like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jesse?
I have not done the research on that. I do think, and you and I have talked about this. I mean, we do take the role of conduit to the fans seriously. I agree with you. I don't care what they do to celebrate. That doesn't. But they do, and so I was going to ask a few players today about it, just because I'm curious.
Now I'm going to go back and look at every touchdown scored at home.
No, you're not.
It's easy to do. Like on the ESPN database, like literally, if I just put touchdown scored by the Packers, I can watch clips of every single one of them, and I don't even have to go find it.
It's that easy, huh, Rob? Oh, Jason, that's interesting. That's interesting, isn't it? That's that easy. Oh,
must be nice that it was that easy. It's not. We don't have access to that database there. But if we did, I'm sure you wouldn't use it anyway. You'd just tell us to do it.
Bet they got some good royalty-free music in there, too.
I'll analyze. Exactly.
Good drop in, Jesse.
Thanks, Rob. He's sneaky good. So, Rob, since you collaborated with Courtney on your story, I'm curious, did you guys talk at all about, are the Bears for real? Like, their point differential, they're barely on the positive side. They've beaten a bunch of backup quarterbacks. Yeah. I don't know what to believe about whether this is legit or not that they're a 9-3 team.
What is that? You used the word just now, and what is that sign behind you? You're Ted Lasso. I was at Joe Lasso. Who the hell's Joe Lasso? You're Ted
Tim's
Lasso.
brother.
You used the word believe, right? Like you know, Jason, I'm a believer in like confidence and momentum. Like I think it matters. If you think you're good, you're one step ahead of everybody else. You know, like I just think that's really important. And they're 9-3, man. They've played 12 games and they've walked out of that locker room ecstatic 9 times. Like that's euphoria. You know, like that means something. So I don't care who they've beaten. It's the NFL. It's professional football. Like they've won 9 games in the NFL so far, and I mean you cannot discount that. I mean I do think I think they have some pretty good things going for them. The crazy thing is it seems like their defense maybe isn't quite as good as Chicago's defense is, but yet they're taking the ball away like crazy. So it's a different Chicago Bears. I mean it really is. And I mean I think whether you think they've beaten anybody good or not, I think they're good.
Do you think, and along the same lines of interesting narratives, do you think Micah Parsons is being disrespected?
Oh, that's absurd. I mean, Micah's been great to cover, but I mean, he spews some nonsense sometimes. Come on. As Jeff Hapley said, I'd like to see who's disrespecting him. That's the story, right?
Right.
But Micah, I do think sometimes Micah gets talking, and he just kind of goes. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes I just go off on a tangent, and things come out of my mouth that I probably don't mean or shouldn't say. So I can't rip him for that.
Talking with Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com.
Podcast guy. He needs to get that podcast going again, Micah.
Yeah, he hasn't done that podcast since like January, I think.
No, it's been a while. Indeed.
Rob, what about the Bears' run game against the Packers? I don't want to say depleted because they're not. They lost Devontae Wyatt, which is a big loss. I get it. But what do you make of that matchup, and how do you kind of view how this game will come down to that, if it will?
Yeah, I mean, like the reality, Jason, is that in training camp, the 2 guys that are going to start on the interior of the defensive line, Wooden and Brooks, were numbers 3 and 4, right? Because Kenny Clark. So now you're down to your 3rd and 4th defensive tackles. And the rookies, Stackhouse and Brinson, right, they're rookies. Like I mean, maybe they can make some plays based on sheer youth and exuberance, but defensive linemen can make mistakes getting out of gaps, and it can cost you big time on a play. And I mean, I think that's where you need to keep an eye on is like, are those guys? We don't know exactly what their assignment is, but you can tell. If there's a huge hole, someone got out of their gap. So, I think that's going to be something to watch. I do think getting Quay Walker back, obviously he's not a defensive lineman, but he's a key to he moves side to side. He goes north south. Excuse me. He's a big factor, and Quay, by all accounts, has had a really good year before the injury a couple of weeks ago. So I do think that helps a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Kenny Clark. I know they haven't had him all year, but Kenny Clark and Devontae Wyatt were going to be their interior linemen when the season started, and now neither of them is here.
Yeah, I think that trade worked out pretty well for the G&G getting Mike.
100%. Right? Like, I'm not saying it didn't, but like those were the two guys every day in training camp that were, getting the starter reps.
Yep. So I thought this was interesting. You heard Ben Johnson raving about the safeties. Both McKinney and Williams. And Evan Williams has been fantastic. His run fits and, how he reacts. Is this the best safety tandem that you've seen since, as you've covered this team 20-some-odd years?
Okay, so who was Nick Collins partnered with back in the Super Bowl year? Don't tell me.
Morgan Burnett.
Yeah,
right? I mean, Morgan Burnett got hurt. He was hurt.
Morgan Burnett was a good player for
really good
for
player.
that. They ended up Charlie Pepra. But I mean, I do think that Atari Bigby, I guess, with Collins for a time, but I think it's right up there, if not better. I mean, Nick Collins was fantastic. Not saying that he's maybe better than McKinney, but that's debatable. But Evan Williams might be better than whoever the number 2 safety was back then. There's Evan Williams sort of reminds me of Micah Hyde with better hands, taking the ball.
I've heard that
Micah was a real
before.
Really? Okay. Maybe I heard it somewhere and it's in my subconscious. But, guy who's just always in the right place, maybe doesn't blow you away with his speed or size or whatever. But to me, I think that's, Evan Williams, and he makes plays. Micah had some plays that hit him in the hands, and won in a playoff game, if I remember right, that maybe could have changed one. But, I mean, Micah was a great player, had a great career. But I think Evan Williams could be on that track.
Yeah, Jesse made that comp when they drafted him. He said that Micah, he reminds him of a young Micah Parsons, and Jesse knows ball. And it was that was a great
Parsons,
call by Jesse.
Micah Hyde.
Evan Williams. Mike. I'm sorry, Jason. We're not all perfect. I screwed that up. Micah Hyde. Rob,
you took my
how do you look at Caleb Williams
and gave it to Jesse? If you're gonna take my comp and give it to Jesse, you got to get the right Mike.
What do you mean?
You tried to
stop glazing yourself, Jason. Jesse made that comp. Let Jesse
You tried to be a bully, and it backfired on you. Now you got to take the L here.
What do you mean I tried to be a bully? I'm giving you a compliment. Let Rob and I talk. You two just chill for a second, and then you can take over. Caleb Williams, what do you think? Where do you see him in his progression? He obviously has been better, but you can't make a living in the NFL being under 60% comp. You can't do it.
Yeah, well, so completion percentage, 58% last among. I don't know what qualified quarterbacks means, but statistically qualified, I guess, probably means enough attempts based on whatever arbitrary number of attempts that they come up with. But he's last in completion percentage. He is 32nd out of 33 in off-target percentage, and that's on the bad side. And he has the lowest tight window completion percentage, 11%. That's lowest in the league. So. I mean, the numbers, you can't ignore those numbers. So, but that being said, it goes a little bit back to what we started talking about at the beginning, the belief, the moxie, the ability to make plays, when it sort of matters. And he's done that at times, both with his arm and with his legs. I watched a couple of their primetime games earlier in the season, and it was like within the same game, he looked great and looked terrible, right? So it's not even 1 week to the next. It's one quarter or one series to the next. And, maybe that's why the takeaways that the defense has gotten maybe has bailed them out at times when he hasn't been great. But, yeah, I mean, those numbers, Tausch, I mean, if he's going to be one of the elite quarterbacks in the league, going forward, those numbers are going to have to go up. And I'm sure they will. I mean, Jordan's completion percentage, I haven't looked at it this week, but, I mean,
that wasn't great when he started. Nope.
Right. Last time I looked, he was on pace for the highest completion percentage in his 3 years as a starter. So I do think, there's definitely room to get better, but those numbers they're not good for what you would consider a top tier starting quarterback.
Well, it looks like Jason did leave. Jason called my bluff. Oh, there he is. Look at him. He's back.
Letting you talk to Rob. I know you wanted to talk to Rob.
Oh, you're such a little powder. Okay, so Rob,
nice
Jason,
to me.
just so
Rob,
we have to make sure we pat him on the back.
You.
Hold up, one thing. Rob, Jason compared Mike High to Evan Williams right after the draft. He was so smart. He knows ball. He's a draft connoisseur.
Because I think they messed it up.
Oh, my God.
So, Rob,
I got to get LaFleur talks in 4 minutes here. So
yeah, you've got to have practice after LaFleur.
Yep.
What's the concern level with Javon Bullard? And do you feel confident that Nate Hobbs can step in if they need him to?
To me, if that's the case, they better play Nate Hobbs in the slot because Nate Hobbs on the edge did not work. If that's the way they go, and it gives Nate Hobbs a chance to redeem himself. He has been. It's not been a good signing, but maybe he's can make a play or two and sort of turn his season around, turn things around. I don't think, barring a torrid interception pace and a couple of pick sixes, based on the contract, I don't think he's going to be back here next season. He's owed like a $6.5 million roster bonus in March. If they don't pay it, they can cut him and save a little bit of cap space. It's not a disaster. So, but yeah, in the short term. That's the way I would go. And I guess the other thing to watch going here in the next couple of days is, I guess, Jason, I have my Jaden Reed added to the roster story pretty much done because it looks like I think that would be, coming tomorrow, you would think. So I do think those are the two things sort of to watch, roster-wise, lineup-wise, or whatever going into the game.
All right, get to LaFleur. Thank you for your service, Rob. That is Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com. You can read his story with Courtney Cronin on ESPN.com about their collaboration on the Ben Johnson quote during his press conference back in January.
When did Micah become such a popular name?
It's replaced Mark.
You're right. It may have.
And Ruth.
Has there been a Mark on the Packers roster in a while?
It's a great question. I will research that in the commercial break after I tell you about Gruber's offices. One call, that's all. David and his team. Maybe he's got a lawyer or two named Mark on his team. I'd have to go look at gruber-law.com. What I do know is I don't have to look far to see all their successes and everything that David and his family do in our communities. They are the originals, the OGs when it comes to giving back to the community as a law firm. They have been fantastic in that realm. And, of course, he's also fantastic at making sure they win your case. So go to gruber-law.com or make the call. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's CHRISTMAS40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
I think the realities of where he wants to go and what that team would have to offer, it doesn't feel like they'll be capable of giving Milwaukee what he wants in return. When you look at the trade package that the New York Knicks could potentially give the Milwaukee Bucks, it's going to have to be player-led because they don't really have a whole lot of draft assets to offer them, right? They got Washington's pick, but that's top 8 protected. You could offer them even-year pick swaps, 26, 28, and 30, which has value to Milwaukee, but I don't think that that's going to be enough, so it's going to have to be player-led. The Knicks don't want to give up OG Anunoby, which undoubtedly the Milwaukee Bucks would have to demand. Deuce McBride would have to be included in that. I just don't see a world where the Knicks in a 2-team trade would be able to put together a package that would make sense for the Milwaukee Bucks. And then when you consider the other teams that the Knicks could recruit to get involved in it, those are the same teams that are interested in trading for Giannis.
Give it up for Chicago. Sebastian Maniscalco's new stand-up special, It Ain't Right, is now streaming on Hulu.
30 years ago, Jeff Bezos, complete nerd. Bezos now ripped to shreds on his super yacht, and the boxes keep coming.
Watch Sebastian Maniscalco, It Ain't Right, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition product.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Thanks to Rob Demovsky, who headed down to the Matt LaFleur press conference, which is not yet underway. So it looks like Matt's a minute or two delayed, but we will hear and see what he has to say. Rob will keep us updated on that. Thanks for his time beforehand. Jesse, you asked a question that I guess I hadn't really noticed. What was the question you asked me?
For those who are watching on our video streams on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, do you think that this shirt that I'm wearing today is a lady's shirt?
What makes you think it's a lady's shirt?
I definitely bought it in the men's section. It is a men's shirt. It is sized as a men's shirt. And Becca, who is not home, they're up north for their annual girls' candy making weekend for the holidays, which is a ton of fun for them, and they bring back delicious chocolate things for me. When I wore this the other day, she said, "That's a lady's shirt. You shouldn't wear that." And I said, "No, it's not. I bought it in the men's section. It's very clearly a men's shirt." And no, she said, "No, you shouldn't wear that." But I wore it today anyway. And I'm proud of it. It's a nice shirt. I like this shirt.
Would you be kind enough to turn toward the camera so I can screen record this and share it with our fans so they can be the judges? Because I'm sure they will be very nice about it and very supportive. And thoughtful and kind.
Well, I just walked out to our office, and this has been bothering me since I wore it in today. As I've been and then I asked a couple people, and they looked at me, and they just started laughing like you are right now. So I think everybody's in agreement with Becca that it probably does look like a lady's shirt.
What did Becca think makes it a lady's shirt? What? I didn't even think anything of it.
I think it's like the positioning of the letters is like higher
around your bust line,
and then there's like these lines on the sleeves, kind of thing. That was rude.
I never.
Jason, were you trying to imply that it's like a cleavage inducer?
I wasn't.
That sounds like that's what you were implying.
Why you
that would
do
be
that?
the line of demarcation of a women's shirt, is I think what Jesse's point was. I never thought this was a lady's shirt, and when he brought it up, I thought, that's a fun topic, but I don't see it. It looks like a throwback shirt to me.
I think
it
it's
looks
a nice
old
shirt,
school to me.
What? So the question I have is, what did Becca see in this shirt that made her think?
And did our teammates agree with her?
Yeah, everyone in the office
studio.
Everyone in the office agrees. Yeah, with Becca, that it looks like it's a lady's shirt. Yeah.
But what is it about the shirt? Just
Great
the cleavage inducing? Is that what it is?
Would you stop saying that?
Well, that's what Jason said. I'm just repeating. Okay. I don't get it. Doesn't seem like it to me, but I am not the fashion cat of this group, as you know.
Cleavage.
Whoa, Nelly!
Okay, we need to go to break. I can't continue this segment.
I thought we were doing Steinhoffels here. I thought we were doing our sleepers.
No, we're doing that next.
We should have.
Okay.
Jesse, I just want I think it's important to say this as frequently as I can. I really appreciate how often you're a good sport, and you did not.
Oh, they're
have
getting
to bring
after
this
me in
up.
YouTube, aren't they?
I'm not looking in there. I'm not in the YouTube comments currently. I was in there a little while. We got a guy, Matthew, there who's not a big fan of you and I. So I look forward to him enjoying the days that I take off, so he can enjoy whatever. You should take those days off too, and we'll see how that goes. I will say this. I think it's a fun old school throwback shirt, and
Matty Coonan. Look at Matt Coonan. Because when he said that, I thought Michael Scott did that on The Office. And then he looked at it and said, Miss Serious is the label? Is there a Miss Serious label on your shirt?
There is not.
Mysterious. That jacket has no pocket. Those pants have no pockets. Oh my gosh.
JingleForYourKringle.com is where you can sign up to play in our Jingle for Your Kringle contest. The rules are very simple. All you have to do is create a 60-second or less jingle for Racine Danish Kringles. You record it, you send it in to us on ESPNWisconsin.com, and you will be entered to win Kringle for a year. It's easy. Just sing into your phone, like the old headlines used to be on Wilde and Tausch. Very easy to do. Get creative. The only rules, under 60 seconds, and you have to include their tagline. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition. Go to JingleForYourKringle.com to submit your entry and to find out more about the contest presented by Racine Danish Kringles. And if you don't want to sing, but you still want to celebrate the holidays with Racine Danish Kringle, just call 800-4DANISH or go to Kringle.com for more. We will get to our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week next, so stick around.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Sunday will be the first opportunity for Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons to play against the rival Chicago Bears while donning the green and gold. Defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley talks about the dark place Micah Parsons goes to on game day and what makes Parsons such a special part of this Packers defense.
The way he plays the game, and it's not just the production and the sacks, it's just the way he plays the game, how hard he plays it, the knowledge that he has for the game. But I hope he goes into a really dark place.
Packers Bears at Lambeau Field Sunday, 3:25 kickoff. Packers 6.5-point favorites. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Strong mind, strong body, and strong communities. That is what you need to know about the Princeton Club, and that is what you can achieve at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. When you walk in there, you will feel completely motivated to better yourself just like everyone else is doing. I've done personal training. They have saunas. They have workout classes. They have basketball courts. They have indoor-outdoor swimming pools. It all starts with a tour. Check it out. You're going to fall in love. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. Check out the Princeton Club of New Berlin. Get your tour and take that small step to a bigger journey for a better tomorrow. That's at theprincetonclub.net.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
The discussion of Jesse's shirt has taken on a life of its own. But I must intrude just long enough to say that Matt LaFleur at the podium said Javon Bullard will not practice again today. He injured his ankle against the Lions on Thanksgiving. It was hampering him on Wednesday in practice, so they shut him down yesterday. They're shutting him down again today. And so he may still be available. I would predict he's now going to be listed as questionable if he misses the Thursday and Friday practices. But they are trying to get him healthy to get him ready for Sunday against the Bears. We are ready for our Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week.
Don't sleep, you gotta stay up.
Hey there, sleepyhead. Wakey, wakey.
Okay, campers, rise and shine.
It's time for the Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week on Wilde and Tausch.
Time for our Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week. Jaden Reed, by the way, according to Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur says he hopes so when it comes to Jaden Reed being activated for the game. I think by this point in the week, they would have informed him, just like they did with Christian Watson several weeks ago, that he is good to go. So a little bit of gamesmanship there between Matt and his good buddy Ben Johnson. Tausch, Javon Bullard's injury, Jaden Reed's return, perhaps those scenarios influence your pick for your Steinhoff Sleeper of the Week.
Yeah, it does influence a little bit. I wanted to go back to Brinson. I like him. I think he's going to make some plays. He won me the Steinhoffler last week, according to our new unhired and unspoken to firm, which I still don't even know what their name is, but they did give me the win, so I'll acknowledge it. But I'm going Jaden Reed. He's back. He's a sleeper. I think he's going to get a limited amount of reps, but I think when he's out there, Jordan's going to find him. And I think if he makes a few plays this week, that will be Steinhoffler-able. Dontavion Wicks, I think, will have another good ball game. It was between him and Jaden. Your report that Jaden Reed is more than likely going to play, or your observation, I don't think you reported it, it's going to make me go Jaden Reed. I think he's back, and he's going to have a day against the Chicago Bears on Sunday.
Jesse, who you got?
I'm going to roll the dice with Luke Musgrave. I have a feeling like he had one big...
That's a smart play.
He had one big catch against Detroit. It made me think maybe there's a little more confidence there. Maybe he'll get a few more snaps that he'll actually be on the field. And with the amount of time that I think the Packers are going to want to try and control running the football, a play action to Musgrave for a big play that could come up as a significant moment in the game on Sunday. I'm going to roll the dice. I mean, I don't feel great about it, but I'm going to go with Luke Musgrave as my sleeper on Sunday.
I think that's a great choice. And now that we've got Luke Musgrave and Jaden Reed off the board, that leaves me. And you heard what Rob Demovsky said, which I think slid under our radar a little bit. But I thought it was a very insightful comment. And that is that the structure of Nate Hobbs' contract lends itself to them moving on from him after 1 year, which I think is really significant that's the case. So I think this is
$7 million signing bonus in March. That ain't going to happen, Captain. They could renegotiate and switch that up to salary or do something else, but they ain't paying him $7 million more in a roster bonus. I'd be unless he totally plays differently this second, third, whatever time around that he's back.
Yeah, no doubt. So this is obviously a big game for him if he somehow comes up with an interception on Caleb Williams and he plays nickel, which I think he has proven. If you're going to have him on the field, he's probably better there than outside. So if he ends up having to play because of Javon Bullard's ankle and they decide to play it safe with him, big opportunity for Nate Hobbs, and maybe he gets a pick and wins me a Steinhoff's Sleeper of the Week. Those are our picks. You can share yours on the Wilde and Tausch Twitter feed, and you can also take advantage of another great sale at Steinhoff's. This holiday season, make your home the place everyone wants to be with the Home for the Holidays sale at Steinhoff's. Right now, you'll save at least 10% off store-wide. Plus, take advantage of Steinhoff's 18-month, 0% special entrance special financing. Paula and I did that with our furniture. We finally got our couches after all those years because in part of the 0% financing. You can take advantage of that. And because last weekend's snowstorm kept so many shoppers at home, they're giving everyone another chance at an extra deal.
No way. They're not. No. Is that right?
Take an additional $100 off every $999 that you spend now through Sunday. Bring comfort home for the holidays. Shop in-store or anytime online at steinhoffels.com.
That's awesome.
Thanks,
I'll tell you what,
Steinhoffels.
you know what, Steinhoffels? We appreciate you doing that. You don't have to do that. They did it.
The 11 o'clock hour begins with our prize picks of the week, and it begins in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde, and I have the perfect gift idea for you. A custom holiday gift box filled with all your Kringle favorites from Racine Danish Kringles. Or you could also try the new Holiday Stick Sampler Pack featuring Winter Wonderland, Mary Berry, Gingerbread, and Santa's Cinnaberry. It's stick size and a great way to try all the favorite flavors of the season. So go to Kringle.com to order or call them at 800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition.
Homer here for Window Nation's end of the year sale. It's cold here in Milwaukee, and if you've been thinking about new windows, it's good you waited, because during Window Nation's end of the year sale, get 50% off, plus you could get 0% interest for 5 years. On windows that stop the cold wintry drafts, seal out moisture, and so energy efficient, you'll save money on your utility bills. Installed in 1 day. Lifetime warranty and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Sale ends soon. Don't miss out on big savings. WindowNation.com to get started.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now, and it begins with our prize picks of the week.
I got the phone ringing, which I'm guessing has to do with my shirt probably, so we got that going on, which is
a lot of
great.
feedback on the shirt, not gonna lie.
A lot of feedback on
What
the
has
shirt.
most of the feedback been? Positive or agreeing with Becca?
Not
a lot of positive feedback.
Lauren Wanakee says, nice shirt. I think it's a men's shirt. That's the nicest thing anyone has said. Right below that, a text from the 608. Yes, it's a men's shirt. My 70-year-old mother also has it, but it looks good on you.
Wow.
And that's one of the nicer ones. So our prize picks of the week, looking ahead to Packers-Bears on Sunday afternoon at Lambeau Field. We did pretty well in the Lions game. We've definitely turned some things around in our projection game here. Yep, Josh Wiley not included on this week's prize picks of the week. Let's start with Josh Jacobs As we know, running the football for both teams is going to be one of the keys. Josh Jacobs, more or less than 97.5 rushing and receiving combined yards. 97.5.
Less. I don't think it's going to be. I think you get Jaden Reed back. You have the success that they had last week. Chicago's going to have to bring a body down. And they're going to have to play. I think Dennis Allen will do some things. There's no doubt he's going to try to trick Green Bay into some things because that's going to be the way. That's how they stop people, right? Is making a play, getting a pick. And I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. How healthy is Josh Jacobs? Are they going to really? And they have him at. What's that, Jace?
So I'm in the midst of writing that story. I spent some time with Josh yesterday. He not only talked about getting hit on that knee on Thanksgiving by Brian Branch, whose season is now over with the torn Achilles for the Lions, but he said, he's a lot like you and Bulaga. He does kind of have that offensive lineman mentality, except, of course, Cliffy. He doesn't want to be on the big Lamborghini plan. He says he needs to practice to be at his best because so I said to him, all right, so you're not gonna not practice. Nope. You're not gonna change your running style. Nope. So then how do you protect yourself and how do you at least make your knee function for the final 5 games? I said, is there like additional padding that they can put on it? No, not really. So he's a tough hombre, and I don't like the more for that one either, but he is insistent, and I think, in a world where there are times that we question whether or not guys are going to play through injuries, he's definitely a guy that does that. So he took the Minnesota game off against his wishes because he agreed that it was the right decision. And it didn't help him that much because out he went against the Lions. He got hit on that knee again. And so I think he's just kind of resigned himself to the fact that he's not going to be 100% all year and that he's been dealing with something seemingly since the start of the season. But I still think he's productive. I still think he's a guy that you need to continue to give the ball to. But to your point that you were about to make, I think you're going to see Emmanuel Wilson get more opportunities as they try to pick their spots.
And he's earned them. And he's earned those opportunities, too. So, Les.
I literally just got my Prize Picks notification for a 40% Flex Friday payout boost available today. So there we go.
Right? Let me check.
Find some good ones here. I didn't know this was a statistical category that Prize Picks projected. But with all the conversation about Caleb Williams' completion percentage this week, Caleb Williams
Okay.
More
opted in too.
Nicely done. Caleb Williams
40% payout boost. Yeah, it's nice.
More or less than 58.9% completion percentage in Sunday's game. 58.9.
That is one?
Yeah.
God, 58.9 is nothing. But that's what he does. That's who he is. I'm going to go more. And why am I going more? What has Jeff Hafley's defense, especially at Lambeau Field, turned quarterbacks into? You guys remember a CCD?
Dink and dunkage or whatever you said.
No, CCD. You're in the right ballpark. CCD.
Why don't you just tell us what it is?
Charlie
Checkdown.
Thank you. Charlie Checkdown. Charlie, if he has 5 or 6 Charlie checkdowns, and all of a sudden he goes from being that low, upper 50s to being mid 60s, that's a win. I'm going more. I think this is Jeff Hafley sets his defense up, and with his linebackers and his safeties, he sets you up to Charlie checkdown. And quarterbacks better than Caleb Williams have been Charlie checkdowners all season against this defense. Charlie checkdown usually means good completion percentage. It's going to be better for him than what it's been, so I'm going more than the 58.
I am going to go more as well. I think that that is a pretty easy number to surpass.
That is a weird number. Where do you see that, Jesse?
You have to scroll over quite a bit to get to some of the categories near the end.
Are you purposely putting yourself in out of focus because of the shirt?
Pure coincidence.
Yeah, he doesn't want to take the heat.
It's pure coincidence. Believe me, I'm taking plenty of heat already. By the way, Jordan Love's completion percentage projected 65.9%.
I like that more, too, don't you, Jace?
65.9, so you need 66 or better.
Well, are we going to drop the ball like that one game where he had 8 drops? Because then he ain't gonna. But
yeah,
I think that's...
I look, you guys are the prize picks experts. I feel like there are too many variables in completion percentage to take the more or less approach there. Am I wrong to view it that way?
It's definitely a tricky deal for sure.
Weather could play a factor, I suppose. How much you want to throw the football could play a factor.
Ball's greasy and slick, so yeah.
Well, you're in agreement though on Caleb Williams more, so I kind of like it.
I see Geno Smith at 69% against Denver's defense. Just jumped on that less too.
You
got me down a rabbit hole here.
Completion percentages.
It might be a CPPP for OT. A C-Kapot.
How about a more traditional one? Luke Musgrave, more or less than 11.5 receiving yards.
Boy, I got stung with the tight end position last week on prize picks. I'm not touching that one. I just don't know how much he's going to play. But I would think
he's a Steinhoff. He's a very good sleeper because he definitely fits the suit the way things have played out for him. Let's
serious suit. He fits that pretty good.
All right, so we're sticking away from Luke Musgrave. Brandon McManus, more or less than 2.5 made extra points.
Ooh. Well, I like it at 2 and then a field goal.
So you can say less. Do they score 3 touchdowns, and do they kick 3 extra points if they do?
He might miss one.
And does he miss one?
No, he's back, baby.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
So are we going to score 3 times?
We're going to score 3 tutters. No, I'm not touching that one either. I'm not touching it. McManus, 1.5 field, 1 field. If it's 0.5 field goals,
why don't you tell me what you'd like to touch?
I'm going to go less on that, Gel.
Jason?
I wasn't sure if we were looking for other categories that we actually were going to play.
Okay. Field goals made. McManus 1.5 on made field goals.
Boy, Prize Picks is good, man. That's right where I would. That's right where I would like to live.
In fairness, most kickers in the league are probably going to be projected at 1.5 for most games.
Yeah, no, I understand how it works, Jesse. Yep, I'm going to go more on 1.5.
I am too. I think he's back. Had a good conversation with him. He's doing a science experiment today in practice that I need to get the results of so I can write about it.
What?
He's
with Bunsen burners and test tubes.
So
a bottle rocket.
So I was asking Brandon McManus because he's back to being himself, according to both him and Rich Bisaccia. And so he said what he wants to do because they're able to do more with their footballs than they were for a while there with the K-balls, which is a factor in why teams are having more success on long field goals, et cetera, et cetera. But I asked him, how does the cold weather impact with the things you're allowed to do now, and are there other things you can do? And he said that he wants to test it out today. So they're kicking today. He wants the equipment staff to inflate the footballs to the maximum allowed by the league, which is 13.5 pounds per square inch. The window has to be between 12.5 and 13.5. and I know this sounds boring, and it sounds like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
No, that's fun.
But he believes that with how cold it's going to be, that pressure is going to drop. His prediction, his hypothesis, is it'll be around 10.5. That's how much he thinks the cold will affect the balls. Because he admitted that basically in this weather, you're picking a spot and you're hoping you kick it through. And I don't know if I would be choosing field goals on Prize Picks if I were playing, because the way he made it sound, despite having kicked in cold weather his entire NFL career, I don't think he feels overly confident with how things are going to play out during the last 5 games, and 4 of them are going to be in cold weather.
Yeah, but good altitude next week, though.
It's true.
Jesse, I just put all my Prize Picks in.
All right, what's your official list?
Bo Nix, less than 223. Geno Smith, less than 68.9 completion. Caleb Williams, more than 58. And Josh Jacobs, less on 80.5. And I did that little fun flex deal that you talked about, the 40% piece.
There you go. Let's get a big win this week. I'll hop on the train.
Well, it is the best time of the year for sports. You got bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. And it's all the place to be is at Prize Picks. Simple way to play. I just did it literally right now. It took me 35 seconds, maybe a smidge more, up to 60 seconds, but more or less on at least 2 player stats. I did 4. Bo Nix, not overly accurate with the football. Geno, you got old boy Caleb. I'm going less or more on him with that low number. You do you. Take your sports opinions and turn it into real cash. And you can also stack. We did that a couple weeks ago with old boy from Minnesota throwing them picks, and boy, did he stack up the picks. Deposits are fast, easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that code WI. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good
to be right. Headlines are next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. While the Bears finally know how it feels to win a couple of games, they're going to have to get through Big Brother to go any further.
Love, loads up, going deep. Christian Watson down there. He's got it! Touchdown, Packers!
It's the Bears and the Packers at Lambeau Field. Get ready for the big game with Green Bay Game Day at noon and Green Bay Game Night after the game on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
At every meeting, at every new beginning, at every celebration, we make better happen. At Cousin Subs, better is more than just a word. It's a promise we serve at every party. Our customizable party boxes, box lunches, party chips, and dozen cookie boxes offer the options you need to please any crowd. Whatever the occasion, we will never settle for being just good enough. Order on our mobile app or online at cousinsubs.com. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
A father faces homelessness. A mother is hospitalized, and there's no one to watch their children.
La Causa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center is the only free 24/7 crisis nursery in Milwaukee. It's a safe and nurturing place for children aged 0 to 12 to stay while their parents work to regain stability and strength. Your generosity keeps La Causa's doors open and provides meals, classroom resources, mental health support, and more. Every child deserves the chance to dream, grow, and thrive. Make a difference by donating today at lacausa.org.
Give the gift of game this holiday season and spread the joy with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. A guaranteed slam dunk for every fan on your list. Recipients can score tickets to Bucks games and other Fiserv Forum events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get their favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a big win for both you and them. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/gift cards.
Sometimes the best escape is the one you can take every day, right at home. Hey, it's Jen Latta. Between covering football games, traveling, and chasing my kids around, my schedule can get pretty hectic. That's why my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas has become my go-to for balance and recovery. The gentle, radiant heat helps me relax, sweat out stress, and recharge, so I'm ready for whatever's next. You can feel the same calm and reset. Just stop by the Good Health Sauna showroom in Waukesha or visit goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Sunday will be the first opportunity for Packers edge rusher Micah Parsons to play against the rival Chicago Bears while donning the green and gold. Defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley talks about the dark place Micah Parsons goes to on game day and what makes Parsons such a special part of this Packers defense.
The way he plays the game, and it's not just the production and the sacks, it's just the way he plays the game, how hard he plays it, the knowledge that he has for the game. But I hope he goes into a really dark place.
Packers-Bears at Lambeau Field Sunday, 3:25 kickoff. Packers 6.5-point favorites. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Need to find that perfect home? Don't sell. Upgrade with a home equity loan. Renovate that kitchen. Retile that bath. You choose the fixtures. Let us do the math. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I know it doesn't sound like it. Free death metal song number 2.
It actually is number 2.
Can we get some royalty-free Christmas music? I mean, Jason,
Yes.
we started before Thanksgiving last year, and now we're December 5th, and we're listening to some free headbanging stuff.
Starting on Monday, I will find some royalty-free. You'll get some royalty-free holiday tunes starting on Monday. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
In the interim, let's do headlines. With royalty-free music as the bed behind it.
Oh, boy.
I picked out some new music for headlines. It's some special stuff if you're interested in it.
Oh, that's right. We don't have to pay royalties to ESPN because we are ESPN.
Can we find like a royalty-free? Yeah, you know what? Good job, Jesse. I'm ready to go if you.
The floor.
Would the Bears still suck chant? Is that royalty-free?
I would think the song is not, but the chant you are welcome to use that as much as you want.
All right.
So
Well,
don't attach a
if we
partner
may,
to the
at
Super
the
Bowl.
end of this, Jesse, at the end of mine, if you could have that queued up, that would be awesome. If you can't, no big deal.
What? There's two different.
The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. The
song
jingle.
Okay.
I think we just
whatever. Yeah.
I will sing it.
Okay. Awesome. Are we ready to go, Jason? I'm all thrown off now. This is the first time that the royalty-free part of our show has gotten me rattled. I'm a smidge rattled.
Yes, it is time for you to give your headline.
And here we go. For years, the Bears have been down on their luck. Well, enter Ben Johnson. His offense can truck. Most important, 1 seed on the line. Well, Love and LaFleur will be just fine. Because at the end of the day, the Bears still suck.
Your rhythm was terrible.
Packers 27, Bears 13. The G&G glide ahead, or whatever, springboard ahead for the division championship and get it moving on Sunday. And the Bears still suck.
You do not want to miss Glide Ahead Sunday between the Packers and the Bears.
That was an all-time bad delivery for a headline.
You didn't like my headline delivery?
The headline itself was good. Your pacing was all off.
For years, the Bears have been down on their luck. Well, enter Ben Johnson. His offense can truck. Most important, 1 seed on the line. Well, Love and LaFleur will be just fine. Because at the end of the day, the Bears still suck. That was delivered beautifully. What the hell are you talking about?
That was better.
It literally was the exact same way I did it.
Bear down, Chicago Bears. About time, the rivalry's actually there. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Ben Johnson's jealous of Matt's eyebrows and hair. Bear down, Chicago Bears. It's a rivalry filled with history. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Caleb's completing 58% of his passes so fearlessly. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Aaron said, I own you. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Jordan's MVP odds are showing 2. Bear down, Chicago Bears, first place in the North. Oh, my. Bear down, Chicago Bears. See you in 2 weeks in Illinois. Packers 28, Bears 24. Jesse?
Little long.
Boy, you're pretty critical for a guy wearing a lady shirt. I'll tell you that. Your criticisms are really very stinging today.
You know what? I deserve that.
Walked right into that, I must say.
Green and Goldilocks and the 3 Bears turnovers. Bears too high, Lions too low, and the Packers just right in the NFC playoff picture following a Packers 27-17 victory.
So we're all picking the Bears. Dan Orlovsky, I'm told in the YouTube comments, picking
I took the Packers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I took the Packers too.
Let me rephrase. I got ahead of myself. We're all picking the Packers. Dan Orlovsky,
that
I'm
low-cut
told
shirt
in the YouTube
that Jesse's
comments.
got says Packers on it.
Quite the cleavage. Tausch.
Whoa,
Nelly! Tell us about Coors Light.
Have you described other shirts in your life that way, or is that a new term you just came up with today?
I'll tell you what, whether you're wearing a cleavage-inducing shirt or not, Coors Light goes down great. You're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game. Crack open that Rocky Mountain cold Coors Light. Brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Wow, lots of time for Jesse and his ladies' shirt for Wonelli.
Great.
And that's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. 12/31/2025.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Sendix is making gift-giving easy this holiday. Sendix Home is offering 20% off a different item each day. This week, get 20% off clothing accessories Monday, 20% off home decor on Tuesday, a new deal every day through Sunday, December 7th. Go to Sendix.com to see the daily deals. Find something special for a loved one, or treat yourself. After all, you deserve it. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's Flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to Welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
There's no better place to shop for the sports fan in your life than Brewtown Trading Co. Milwaukee. Not only do they have the largest selection of sports cards in the Midwest, they have the best prices too. Framed jerseys for the man cave? Check. Sealed hobby and blaster boxes of the hottest releases? Check. One-of-a-kind items you won't find anywhere else? Triple check. Open 7 days a week at 4285 South 76th Street and 24 hours a day at BrewtownTrading.com. Make this holiday extra special for the sports fan in your life today at Brewtown Trading Co.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
So I'm just jamming to my new favorite royalty-free song.
This is a good song.
It's a banger. Yeah. That and the You Look Good on Me or something, which is also, strangely enough, how people describe Jesse's shirt from the ladies section. Time now for Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
Entertaining Thursday night football game last night. The Detroit Lions 44-30 over the Dallas Cowboys in what many, including me, thought is essentially an elimination game in the NFC playoff chase. What do you believe we learned about the NFC playoff picture or otherwise from last night's Lions win over the Cowboys?
Cowboys are done. It's over. Unless the Eagles fill their britches and lose every game, it's over for them. This tells me it just makes this game even that much more big. Detroit is going to scramble. I don't know if they can go into L.A. and win. If they don't beat the Rams next week, the Rams have 2 really difficult games left on their schedule, but they lost to the Panthers last week. The Rams, to me, are the big hindrance for the G&G not getting the 1 seed. And if that is indeed the case, I think Green Bay will lose 1 game the rest of the season. That puts us with 4. Rams got 3. Rams lose another one, that's 4, but the tie, they'll be ahead of us. Correct? If that's how that works, Jason?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So we need the Rams to lose 2. That's how I see this thing shake out. Now, the Bears can wreck this whole deal, but last night was a playoff game. The Lions advanced, but they advanced to another play-in game in a playoff format. The Cowboys were basically, again, unless Philly fills their britches, which could happen. That's what that told me.
Yeah, I thought it showed that the Lions aren't dead yet. And while they're not nut whack in terms of NFL, never underestimate the heart of a champion because they didn't win the Super Bowl. They are the 2-time defending division champs, and they will not go quietly into that good night. I thought, their offense, the Packers' defense made their offense look a lot worse than what the Cowboys could do last night.
Cowboys' defense stinks.
It does, but nevertheless,
Better,
you saw what that offense is capable of.
And in fairness, Jason, Goff and their offense moved the ball pretty good in the second half against the Packers, too, last week. Yep.
Whoa, Nelly.
Whoa, Nelly.
We've yet
but
to...
the Lions' chances of being a Super Bowl team, again, they ain't winning 3 roadies in the playoffs. It's just not happening.
Well, now they've lost
even if
Branch.
They sneak in,
yeah, they're in trouble.
Yep, agree.
We've yet to address the Pittsburgh Steelers fans last week at a home game where they lost to the Buffalo Bills, chanting "Fire Tomlin" throughout the second half.
That's catchy. Fire Tomlin. It's really hard if you're a 3-syllable coach and you want that coach fired. It's a lot trickier to do a chant. Go ahead.
No further comment on where else I've heard that chant this year. Jason?
I'm trying to think of... I actually thought that was a really interesting point that Tausch makes. I'm now trying to go
on the
through
syllables?
The various coaches.
Fire Budenholzer. You didn't hear him saying fire. It's fire Bud. Like when they wanted Bud fired.
What was that? Fire Bud? Because then he did.
Bella
I don't think anyone ever
I didn't hear New England say fire Bella check. Like it just doesn't go.
Yeah, I totally agree. So if you don't want fans to chant for your ouster, have a 3-syllable name.
Yeah,
that's why Capers and Barry were so easy to ask to be fired. Yeah, but McCarthy wasn't. Huh?
There you have it. Until that dank, dreary December
But even then, you didn't hear people say or fire McCarthy, did you? I wasn't there, but Jesse was sleeping. I don't know, Jason, when you were awake, did you see it?
Murphy fired him before he got back to the locker room, so we never got a chance for the rest of the season to hear that.
Very fair.
Whoa, Nelly!
Next.
Would you rather have a coach with one as a fan, and you wanted the coach fired? 1 syllable, like Joe Judge? Fire Judge.
Because then you can do fire Judge. Yeah, that one works.
Yeah.
3 syllables is the one you don't know what to do.
With 1 or 2, I think you'd rather have 1, get right to the point. But 2's doable. 3, I don't think. Tell me a coach with 3 syllables that has had a fire chant thrown to them.
Fire.
I think it's tough.
McDaniels. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, maybe.
That's too fun.
McDermott. It doesn't work for him either. And if they don't go where they need to go, he may very much get that.
Whoa, Nelly!
So the point was, do we believe Mike Tomlin is in his final season as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah, it's over. I think he's kind of acknowledged that too. They probably need to rip that thing down and reset. I always thought it was weird. You have this proud franchise on par, not probably on par, in the same ballpark as the Green Bay Packers, right? You're talking historic fan bases, historic franchises, Pittsburgh, Green Bay, You throw Dallas. There's other Bear. You could put some teams in there. But the success rate, Pittsburgh and Green Bay, both dynasties, and one in the 60s, one in the 70s. They've sprinkled it with championships along the way. I've always thought it was weird that they were hanging on to this. Oh, well, we're 500. We're better than 500? Because I just know this market in Green Bay, we're pissed off when we're 11-5 and we're a 5 seed. You imagine being 9-8, and it just doesn't. It never made any sense to me. And I think Pittsburgh now is acknowledging they haven't won a playoff game since '16.
It's a long
16.
time. It's a long time.
It's time. Good run. Great run. Great run. But it should probably end.
They're having some issues there in Pittsburgh. That's for sure.
Who could have saw that coming?
Tausch.
They've been better. They've been better than they've won more games than I thought they'd win 5 or 6. They'll probably end up with maybe 8 or 9.
Do you think Cincinnati's going to win the AFC North?
I hope so. I hope they do. I think it'll be a fun story.
They got Burrow
Never
back.
give up.
The Ravens are all over the place. The Bengals just beat them on Thanksgiving. The Steelers are in a free fall. The Browns are nowhere to be found. I'm thinking about driving down to
Their
Hard
hole's
Rock
too
and
deep.
putting a wager in on the Bengals to win the AFC North.
No, I think the Ravens will find a way, just because Pittsburgh's bad. They're at home this week. They just came off of a brutal loss. I would think that they'll be able to hold court here and win it, and then they play Pittsburgh one more time at the end of the year. I think those two, if they can win those 2 games, they're going to win the division with 8 and 9, and the tiebreaker, they'll end up winning the division.
So this is not the AFC North today, but to Tausch's point, the Bengals' remaining schedule is as follows, and I quote, they're at Buffalo this week. This would be a big-time springboard game for them if they can go to Buffalo and win. Because after that...
Buffalo's going to beat them.
Probably. I tend to agree. But after that, here's the remaining remaining Cincinnati Bengals schedule. They are 4-8, 2 games back of the 6-6 Ravens and 6-6 Pittsburgh Fighting Aaron Rodgers is. This is why that Buffalo game's big. After that, they've got Baltimore at home. They're at Miami, which is a dumpster fire. And then they're home against...
a little bit.
Then they have a little bit, but they're at home against the Cardinals, and they're at home against the Browns.
Winnable.
Yeah.
So Jesse's take is not overly outlandish.
It's a good take. Go down to Hard Rock, Jesse. It's not a bad. That's not a bad idea.
Might be worth the drive. Less than 60 minutes.
If Dolly Parton's playing, I'll roll down there with you. Love to catch her at the live entertainment venue they got down there.
We know.
With Terry Bradshaw opening.
Terry had a good show.
I know. You loved it, and so did George.
Whoa, I don't see it, though, guys. The Bengals' defense is so bad. Their defense is just so bad. And that win against Baltimore, I've never seen Baltimore play so bad. They were bad. So I don't know who the hell's winning that division. Whoever beat this Pittsburgh, Baltimore, they got 2 games left. I would guess Baltimore will bow up, but Pittsburgh's got a lot of prideful cats on that defense now. And Rodgers won't make enough mistakes to if he plays mistake-free, Baltimore's not mistake-free. We saw that against Cincy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pittsburgh still's got a good shot at still winning the division with 8 wins. 8 wins is getting it done there. Joe.
8 and 9.
And Cincinnati can get there with 8 wins. They might win it.
Whoa, Nelly! Last thing before we go, Wisconsin Marquette tomorrow at the Kohl Center, 1 o'clock tip in the afternoon. Listen to it on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, the Marquette flagship with Homer on the call. But let's talk about Doug Gottlieb throwing a chair last night after a tough loss for the Green Bay Phoenix. He did not throw it across the floor Bobby Knight style. He was walking to the tunnel and then took the folding chair kind of by the doors before you go back into the tunnel and threw it, and you just kind of see it from behind the bleachers. Here comes the chair as he's walking off. How do we feel about throwing the chair as a form of frustration from your head coach, whether it's Doug Gottlieb, Bobby Knight, or anyone else? As long as there's no harm inflicted on anybody, I think it sends the point.
Well, what about the chair? The chair has feelings.
No, it doesn't. Right? It's a chair.
I don't have a problem with throwing chairs as long as you don't hit anybody with it. It's not. I mean, when you end up breaking wall, because a lot of times it's like coaches. I would rank it this way with breaking stuff: chalkboards or grease boards get broke a lot in locker rooms. Water coolers, but water coolers they will shard out. And you'll end up getting some stray plastic that could hit an eyeball, or that could. Like, you got to be careful with those Gatorade coolers because and then there's water that gets dumped, and it's a big mess. The chair, you go pick the chair up, you set it back on, you move on with your life. Broken grease board, you got to pick up the stuff, and then nobody can draw on it. You don't have plays, you got to replace it. Chairs are a dime a dozen. If you're gonna be angry and you need to vent, I would argue the chair is probably the best case scenario to throw. Because those other things can cause damage, and nobody wants to end up being part of the residue. And then the coach doesn't even really get the full event, because then they have to look and say, I hope I didn't charge you with that plastic in your eyeball.
I hope I didn't shard you.
Mm-hmm. He's right.
I agree. Do we think Doug thought he was out of the camera's view? Because
Doug's a media guy. He knows there's cameras everywhere. Doug knows what he's doing.
I mean, he is.
Doug knows what
and now we're talking about him going into Wisconsin Marquette. He wins.
He passes a variety of chairs with the Prevea Health logo on them on the actual floor, walks by a group of fans, gets behind the curtains, the temporary curtains that are on the precipice of the locker room entrance, and picks up a random chair that happens to be sitting there and throws it into the corner of another largely obscured area. Like he marched off the field doing the angry man walk.
I bet he's thought about throwing that particular chair a number of times in the last year plus. And this
I
was
think
finally,
you may be right. I think you may be right.
Quote, we played like a bunch of idiots, Doug Gottlieb last night.
He should have used the old line that Bo Ryan said to Ben Brust. We played defense like a bunch of that nobody could guard a chair. That would have been the line, and that's why I threw the chair, because I'm sick of that. That could have been his linkage.
They are better this year, right?
Doug still does 3 hours of radio a day. So he does. He should be on all this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're better. Well, they were god-awful last year, so it's, throwing chairs off the Titanic. You know what I mean?
Might double their win total to 8. Might double their win total to 8 this year as opposed to 4 from a year ago. Yeah.
Well, if they get to 8 wins, people are going to be naming streets after him.
I don't.
Small little baby alleys, maybe not a street.
Maybe a bench.
Jesse, because of this now, we didn't discuss. And by the way, happy belated birthday to our guy Gardo, who turned 55 earlier this week. What's the schedule for Badgers Golden Eagles?
So pregame starts at 12:30 on the Marquette Network flagship 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. Tip is at 1 o'clock, and we have some expanded pregame coverage starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow on both 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee and on 100.5 ESPN Madison, also on YouTube and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, so that is that will be the big in-state rivalry between Marquette and Wisconsin, and as Tausch pointed out when Homer joined us earlier this week, tough times early on here for Marquette. We'll see if they get their acts together, but probably not tomorrow. Jesse, before we get to Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. I believe you've already eliminated someone from potentially winning, violating a host of rules.
I can confirm Josh in Heartland has his allotment of chips here in the cheese fry helmet. And I can also confirm he has not been selected as the winner. Congratulations, all four three of the he had all 4 entries today. Sean and Sun Prairie.
Sean, baby, Sean-o.
Sean plays on Friday, and Shawnee gets the win. Nicely done, Shawnee.
Shawnee boy. What a big dub for the Shawnster.
Shawnee boy. The cheese fry helmet's calling. All right, congratulations to Sean and Sun Prairie. We will wrap up the show and wrap up the week with Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
What was that?
It was just me or, I got such a bargain. Poorly constructed sofa falling apart.
I just bought you.
Yeah, well, I did just turn 3, I'm 67 in sofa years. I am so ready to retire and move to Miami.
I knew I should have listened to my mother and bought that other sofa from Steinhoff's. It was so strong and comfy.
Tired of furniture that doesn't hold up to its end of the bargain? Steinhoff's has quality furniture for every style and budget. Relax. It's Steinhoff's.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you. With 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Strong mind, strong body, and strong communities. That is what you need to know about the Princeton Club, and that is what you can achieve at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. When you walk in there, you will feel completely motivated to better yourself just like everyone else is doing. I've done personal training. They have saunas. They have workout classes. They have basketball courts. They have indoor-outdoor swimming pools. It all starts with a tour. Check it out. You're going to fall in love. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. Check out the Princeton Club of New Berlin. Get your tour and take that small step to a bigger journey for a better tomorrow. That's at theprincetonclub.net.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
It's the holiday season, a special time to celebrate with family, friends, and coworkers. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Let us help you with your holiday celebration. Whether you're having a small family gathering, a bigger bash with friends and relatives, or a company party, we've got everything you need at the lowest prices in town. Discount Liquor is your one-stop gift shop with over 100 varieties of liquor, beer, and wine gift sets for everyone on your list. Visit us today at 51st and Oklahoma in Milwaukee and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com. And from our family to yours, have a happy and safe holiday season.
Discount liquor.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Marquette Thursdays at the Motor Bar and Restaurant on the Harley-Davidson Museum campus.
Down 8 with 7 minutes left in regulation. Marquette refused to fold, rallying late to force overtime and ultimately take down Valparaiso 75-72 at Fiserv Forum. Ben Gold delivered in a massive way after the break, pouring in 13 of his 17 points in the second half while going a perfect 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Head coach Shaka Smart proud of the toughness displayed by his senior big man.
He battles, he doesn't complain. When he bounces into that shot and he's got good leg bend, he's much more likely to make it. And you saw that in the second half.
Marquette continues its non-conference slate Saturday afternoon with a trip to Madison for an in-state battle against rival Wisconsin.
This Marquette Minute has been brought to you by Marquette Thursdays. Join us on select Thursday nights at 6 p.m. when head coach Shaka Smart breaks down all the Marquette action. The first show of the season's December 4th with freshman Nigel James Jr. and Ian Militic. Don't miss Marquette Thursdays at Motor Bar and Restaurant on the Harley-Davidson Davidson Museum campus. You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
It is time for Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints and the inventor Mark Tauscher. The floor is yours.
Well, I want to thank our fans, and I want to thank our company, and I want to thank Brad Fulton, and I want to thank there's a bunch of people I want to thank. We did the Giving Tuesday on Tuesday, and we wanted to do a match where we wanted to kind of ratchet things up with our partnership with American Family and the Children's Hospital, and we blew by our $5,000 for Tuesday that we needed to get the match, so we raised over $11,000 over the course of that 24 hours. So thank you to everybody listening. Thank you to everybody that played a part in that. We could not be more thankful. Again, amfamkids.org is the website if you want to chip in. But just a awesome gesture by everybody that listens and takes in our content, and we really appreciate it.
That's all for us this week. We will be back on Monday to discuss Packers-Bears. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2